This is the All-American Coaching League, presented by Axis Sports.
What's up, party people of the AACL, the All-American Coaching League? Welcome back. It is Monday night, night 2 of week 2, and we've got 4 games on tap tonight. We have the 22nd ranked East Carolina Pirates, I think they are, traveling to the Dome in Syracuse, to the Carrier Dome, the 7th ranked Orange. That's going to be an interesting and very colorful game. Air Force, who was ranked number 3 in the preseason, dropping to number 12 after week 1, traveling to the new number 3 team, Louisiana Tech. The third game tonight will be Iowa State, who stayed kind of in the middle of the pack. They're 17th ranked right now. They'll be traveling to Washington State, who made quite a big jump. Washington State was down like 20-something. They jumped 9 spots. They were the biggest jumper in the polls in week 2. And then the nightcap tonight will be your last ranked 2 weeks in a row, Central Michigan University traveling to Marshall. Marshall dropped, I think, a couple spots as well, but Marshall is ranked 21st. So that will be the slate for tonight. I would like to bring in the broadcasters for our first game tonight. Clint Torres will be on play-by-play along with color commentator Gunny and third wheel Freddie. Clint, welcome back to the booth. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm happy to be here. I've got my glorious booth partners up here. It's going to be a great game.
It is going to be a great game. Looking forward to it. Gunny, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the comforts of the indoors of the Carrier Dome here in Syracuse, New York.
Nice. And Freddie, what's going on with you, bro?
I'm good tonight, and I'm glad to be here with Charles and Gunny. It's going to be a fine game, I think.
It's fine. I think it's going to be great. All right, Clint, I just put the graphic up for you guys to talk about the pregame real quick. You can take it away. I'm going to bounce to the background.
All right. Well, good evening. Yeah, we got a great game tonight. Syracuse comes rolling in, moving up 3 spots to number 7 against ECU. Both teams, ECU lost last week, and obviously Syracuse had a big win against Cincinnati. Gunny, what do you expect to see from Syracuse tonight? I mean, the last game we saw, there was a lot of quarterback running by Tav von Wolfswinkel. You think we're going to see a lot of that again?
Tav von Wolfswinkel, he accounted for 4 touchdowns as Syracuse led the way with all AACL scoring with 42 points in week 1. So I believe it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
It has also got tied for Player of the Week honors. Freddie, any particular player, maybe besides Tavs, that you're looking forward to seeing tonight?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing offensive coordinator for ECU, fucking Ray, see how she's doing with their quarterback porn star.
Definitely. It's always great to see fucking Ray working with porn star and see how that turns out on the field. I'm expecting a close one tonight. You guys feel the same way?
Absolutely. High-scoring affair, but yes, a close one.
It seemed
hopefully ECU can hang with Taz, though. Well, it's going to be hard to see if he comes out like he did last week.
And to your point, Freddie, last week ECU, they were hanging in there up until the fourth quarter. They were shut out. I don't think you're going to be able to have that luxury against Syracuse. You're going to have to go up early, I believe, and you're going to have to stay on top and not give Syracuse a shot. All right.
Be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We are ready to go. I'm just waiting for the booth to flip the switch to get the action on the field going. This is going to be a great game. And here we go on the field. Out comes Syracuse.
This by chance ain't a conference game, is it, or is it a non-conference?
It's not I don't believe it's a rivalry, no.
It's the bootleggers versus the dumpster fire division.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next week games won't be a conference either, so they're getting to dance a little bit outside of their rivalries for the first 2 weeks. So let's go down to the field here for the Carrier Dome for the coin toss. Jeez Louise, the game hasn't even started yet and I can't speak.
And a few Chardonnays, Charles?
No, not tonight. So ECU gets the ball. We said earlier they're going to have to score early and hold on to that. They got a decent return. Isaac Richardson with a 25-yard return. Out comes Porn Star. Let's see what kind of magic Star can do on the field.
Clint did say he was trying to get some extra bonus points for being the drunkest broadcaster, so he's working on this craft.
Nice pass off the bat there. We're going to see a pro-style offense by ECU. That means there's going to be a lot of two-back sets, single-bat sets, tight end runs out of the backfield like this with the quarterback behind center, or Gasm with that one for a nice 8-yard run. 1st and 10. They're moving the chains. They're moving quickly, just like we said they needed to do. They're in a single-back formation with the tight end in motion. Back for the snap. Gasm with the run. Looks like he's hit behind the line. No, actually, that was a couple-yard gain. We got 2nd and 7 here. Hurry-up offense. Still in that single back formation. Pass for the first down. Brader with a 10-yard reception. They're still moving. They're still moving fast. Freddie, what do you think the defense is going to need to do to stop this?
Are they going to have to slow them down here somehow? Get them to get out of this hurry-up offense.
Nice pass in the middle. That looks like that was to Brader again. 2nd reception of the evening. They're still in hurry-up. Still in that single back formation. Looks like they're in an A set here. Handoff out the backfield. Off tackle. Doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. 3rd and 1. Gasm with the 3-yard rush. Big 3rd down here for ECU. Gunny, they're going to have to get this and, like we said, going to have to put some points on the board.
So far, every play has gained positive yards, so I believe they're going to get it.
I formation, hand up the middle. Thought he was stopped. He's still going. Brought down at the 28-yard line. Gasm with the 8-yard rush. Moving the chains. 22 yards so far. 5.5-yard average. Syracuse thought they had him, but Gunny, he just powered through that defensive line.
They did. They're mixing up their plays well. Pass and run.
Star was the offensive player of the week last week with 3 touchdowns. And actually, I believe, he had 267 yards, 3 touchdowns. They line up an ace again, back for a short little screen pass to the edge. Again, looked like he was going to get brought down in the backfield. Able to power up there. That was John Day. 3rd and 3. They're going to hurry up. You think, Gunny, they needed to stop here, maybe get a new play set out there?
Syracuse, the defense might be getting worn down a little bit so far early in the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're mixing up the backs here. Day with a 4-yard rush. Chains moving. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. They're in the red zone. Still lining up in that I formation. They got 2 tight ends to the right. Dump it off in the middle. Nice pass. Nice first down by Trey Jenkins. 12 yards. They're dancing at the goal line. I don't think the Syracuse defense has an answer. I think they're just scratching their heads, Gunny.
I would agree with you. They're still catching their breath with this run-oriented pass, quick, no-huddle offense.
Yeah, I think this was, like you said earlier, Gunny, this was the first run that they had without a gain. Stopped in the line, 2nd and goal. But the tight end is in motion, still in that single back set. Looks for the end zone. Doesn't have the man open. Star had to throw it out of bounds just to be safe. I think you live for another day, Freddie.
Yeah, Syracuse definitely going to tighten up here down in the red zone.
Back for another pass. Got some rush up the middle, and he got into the end zone. William Thompson with a 4-yard touchdown. The fullback catching it out of the backfield. This is what they needed to do. They drove down the field, Gunny, kept them up, the defense of Syracuse on their heels. They draw first blood, 7-0.
They did. They spread the ball around. A couple running backs, the wide receivers, fullback got into the game. I mean, they're mixing it up well.
It was an impressive drive.
Yeah, very impressive. Very fast, too. First quarter's almost over. Syracuse catches the kickoff in the goal line, decides to take it out. Past the 20, looks like got up to the 24, maybe 25-yard line. Matt Sullivan, decent return. Let's see what this Syracuse offense, the Ohio State offense, can do. And let's see if their quarterback, Taz, is going to be running as much as he did last week. Looks like he's up in a shotgun, maybe a pistol formation. Handoff up the middle. Nice run for 8. Kerr with 8 yards. That's one of the things. They do a lot of options in the backfield, RPO it looks like. And as a linebacker, Gunny, you're going to have a long day trying to figure out what that quarterback's doing. Nice run out of the backfield by Taz. Again, 8-yard rush. It looks like they're stepping up just like the ECU offense did. Fast, no huddle offense, keeping the defense on their heels. Back in a shotgun formation again, plenty of time, dumps it off. Looks like that's to the wide receiver. Maybe that's the tight end, Kong. 6 for 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Still in the hurry up. Taz with the snap. It looks like he's going to keep it. Just untouched, right up the middle. Gunny, the defensive line of ECU was giving him two big holes.
Both offenses seem like they're unstoppable, and it's still early in the game. I wonder if this is going to be 50 points for both teams tonight.
Definitely. Taz gets an audible from the sidelines, hands it off. Looks like that's to the fullback on a jet sweep curve from 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Moving the ball. I don't recall seeing any losses on this series either. Neither defense has been able to flex their muscles tonight. Taz back in the shotgun formation. Another quarterback keeper. Didn't quite make it to the first down, but made some positive yardage. 3rd and 1. I haven't seen a lot of pressure, extra linebackers or cornerbacks going in on blitz. Gunny, you think that's the answer for the defense?
Either they need to have somebody contained on Taz, because right now they're moving the ball.
Huge stop in the backfield, 4-yard loss. A.J. Hall just came barreling through that gap. Taz had nowhere to go. Taz is a hard quarterback to bring down, Gunny, and I don't know what position that was. It looked like maybe that was a safety position. Just brought him down. Looked like it was too easy.
That was a huge play, the first loss of yardage I've seen all game so far.
So first punt of the night goes into the end zone. ECU gets the ball in the 20. Started off fast and furious last time. Freddie, I think we're going to see a little bit more of that as well.
I think the defenses are going to adjust in this series.
Handoff out of the backfield. Looked like he was stopped in the backfield. Able to get a couple yards. They're actually 5 yards by Gasm. 2nd and 5. Still in that hurry up. 38 seconds left in the quarter. Lining up in an I formation. Looks like an I twins. Back for pass. Dumps it off in the middle. Dropped the pass. Powers with the looked like was impacting that play. Stars so far is like 6 for 9. Not doing too bad, Gunny.
No, that was one of the first incompletions I've seen in the game, but they've all been pretty short passes, but they're going steadily down the field.
Yeah, well, Syracuse was able to hold tight there and stop the drive of ECU. Now we've got our second punt of the game.
Yeah, it was a big stop.
Ball received at the 30. Syracuse goes right up the gut. Bounces off a couple of special teams players. And Chad Quitt was a decent 9-yard return. 9-yard for punt returns, not bad. Good field position. And let's see if they keep running with Taz in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Hands it off to the back. It's 4 yards. Kerr with another decent gain. He's surprisingly fast. When you see him get that handoff out of the backfield, Gunny, you don't think he's going to be able to get any positive yards, but he just is able to maintain his discipline and able to get the yards he needs.
Both the running backs are running tough, getting yards after initial hit, and that was a quick first quarter.
Yeah, very quick, lightning fast. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers up top, handoff out of the backfield. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Care gets stopped, 3rd and 6. ECU's got to stop him here.
Tackle by Dude Swallow.
Definitely. Swallows made a huge impact out there on that play. Back to shotgun, pressure up the middle, and down. Is that a fumble? Causes a fumble.
It's a fumble.
First turnover of the night caused by the ECU defense. We said they needed to send some people up the middle. They did on that one. Taz paid for it. Let's see if he actually fumbled the ball. Gunny, you think his knee was down?
I believe 95 got jarred the ball out before Taz's butt was on the ground.
All right, well, that was a huge play by the ECU defense. Lining up in an ace formation. Motion by the wide receiver up top, back to pass. Looks like dumping off to the halfback, and the halfback basically ran out of bounds for 0 yards. They're right on the edge of field goal range here, Gunny. They need to get maybe a first down, maybe a little bit short of first down. They got a shot at putting at least 3 up.
They do that. That pass to the wide open halfback was a good pass, but I mean he just ran straight out of bounds. He could have had quite a bit of yards.
Ding with the nice 6-yard reception. Dump off by the quarterback. Another ace formation by ECU. Wide open receiver at the first down marker. Gasm with the 8-yard reception. Looks like somebody maybe missed an assignment, Gunny.
Second trip in the red zone for the East Carolina Pirates.
2 tight ends to the left. They were running that side. Looked like they were going to get a loss in the backfield, but Gasm was able to at least get 1 yard out of it. Brady, you got to get excited when you see those linebackers crushing through that offensive line.
Yeah, that play was well read. They forced him, didn't let him get outside.
Power run up the middle. He's still going all the way down. 1st and goal. It looks like he's probably on the 3-yard line. Has him with 41 yards so far in the half. A nice 5-yard average. They're still lining up in that ace formation.
Huge orgasmic run. That was the biggest run of the night so far, 13 yards.
And Ding with the catch, with the score. ECU is on fire tonight. They've scored 2 out of 3 drives, Gunny. And this one in particular, I think, was probably their most impressive drive of the night.
It was a good one. Happy ending in the end zone with a happy dance.
Yeah, it's always a happy ending when you end up in the end zone.
Yeah, Syracuse better wake up.
They definitely need to wake up. They're down 14-0. Looks like they're dazed and confused. It's the ball at the goal line. Another decent return up to the 21-yard line by Chadquit. And it looks like, Gunny, the quarterback, Taz, of Syracuse, is just like a totally different player tonight.
Yeah, I don't think they were down this much. They might have been down at the beginning of the game last week, but I don't believe they were ever down double digits in any of their games last week.
Syracuse lines up the pistol, hands off to the running back. 2-yard rush by Kerr. Clock is ticking. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. They got to walk off the field here with some points on the board. Still lining up in that pistol, gets an audible from the sidelines. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Looks like it was broken up by Swallow.
Coach Yogi Beyer and offensive coach fucking Ray really did some studying this week.
Yeah, that fucking Ray really put some work in. So did Yogi. Nice pass on the sideline to the 44-yard line. Chadquit with a 19-yarder. They needed that to get the chains moving and get some momentum, Gunny.
Huge pass play to the outside for 19 yards, moving them up close to the other side of the field.
Line up in a quads. Plenty of time. Dumps it off up the middle, and doesn't look like they're giving them that much when they're trying to go in the middle. Last game, they were very successful at that, and it looks like the coaches of ECU saw that on film, and they're shutting that down. Back to snap, handoff to the running back, gets a couple yards there, 3 yards for Kerr. 3rd and 7, 3 minutes left. Just on the wrong side of the 50 right now. Got to get a first down here and get some points in. Line up, shotgun, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They hand it off. I thought he was stopped. He's still going. past the 50-yard line to the 41-yard line. 12-yard run by Kerr. Approaching the 2-minute mark. They're starting to get some momentum here, Gunny, and it looks like maybe the defense of ECU is starting to get winded.
Big play by Kerr. Taz is only 2 for 4 right now in the pass department.
And just when I say that, the linebacker comes in and just smashes Taz in the backfield for a loss.
Yes, shooting blank.
2:36 left in the half. Looks like a screen pass at the top of the screen. Didn't go anywhere. It was read easily by the defensive back of ECU. Didn't get that player's name, but he's number 1 on your list. back to snap. Plenty of time. Dumps it off the middle. 4th and 2. You think they're going to go for it, Gunny?
They should go for it. It'd be a long field goal from here.
All right, so they're going for it. 3 wide receivers, running back in the backfield.
Offensive motion.
Yeah, it looks like who'd you see jump there, Freddie?
I think it was one of the interior linemen.
All right, so backs them up a bit.
Left guard.
4th and 7. Looks like they're in the same formation. Motion by the tight end. Got some pressure up the middle. Brought down. Sacked again. Taz is really getting beat up there in that backfield. The offensive line is going to have to make some adjustments at halftime, Gunny.
Yes, I believe Taz is a running quarterback. They might have to bring in the second stringer. Maybe he's more of a pocket passer.
Yeah, the way he's getting hit, Freddie, worried about maybe him getting injured.
Yeah, well, this definitely ain't the same Syracuse we saw the first week.
Yeah, good point. So plenty of time for ECU to put yet more points up on the board. They line up in that single back with 2 tight ends to the left. Passes. The tight end didn't expect that ball, turned around and was wondering what that brown leather thing was that went limping by his face. Stop the clock, though, at 3rd and 5. Still same formation with the 2 tight ends on the left. Tight end in motion, back to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket, going deep, throws it out of bounds. Didn't want to hold on to the ball. Looks like the Gunny too long. Maybe his coaches were saying that gave him a cadence not to hold the ball on past this point.
Might not. Didn't want to take the sack. Still a shame they couldn't drive down the field to get some points before halftime.
One of the few punts of the half, and goes into the end zone. Still plenty of time for Syracuse to put something up on the board, 1:47. What you think they need to do different, Gunny?
Their best play right now has been the 19-yard pass reception to Chad Quitz. They need to do some more outside passing.
Wow. They set up that screen perfectly, but it looked like the quarterback held onto that a little too long and knocked a 5-yard loss on that one. A quad look here in shotgun formation. Another dump off. That line of ECU is really getting pressure on the quarterback, not giving him anything. They're at 3rd and 10. 1 minute and 37 seconds left. They got to get the snap off quick. They've only got 7 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, shooting blanks got 5 tackles, 1 for loss.
Well, Kerr got nowhere on that one. That defensive line and those linebackers for ECU are playing out of their minds tonight. And they get the ball back. They stopped them. 4th and 11, still plenty of time. I mean, these series are going by fast.
Taz has passed for 5 completions, only for 34 yards. So that's only an average of less than 7 yards per reception.
Doggy Styles on the punt return sets up ECU perfectly. They're on the right side of the 50. Again, 1 minute, 27 seconds. 1 first down will put them on the edge of field goal range. And it looks like they're going to try and go deep here with 4 wide. Pressure up the middle. Tries to get the ball off. At least didn't get the sack, but good pressure by the Syracuse defense, Gunny.
That was a good play by the quarterback getting rid of the ball. ECU only has one timeout remaining.
Back again, and shotgun, throws in the middle, wide open in the middle. 8-yard gain. Travis Baldwin, 1 reception, his first reception of the night. They're going hurry up.
Syracuse needs
They're
to
going
stop
in a
right
bunch.
here.
Yeah, definitely need to stop. Plenty of time. Gets it off quick. First down. They're on the edge of field goal range here. Again, plenty of time. Another quad look by ECU. Back to snap. No pressure at all. Wide open the middle. Looks like the defense, Gunny, they're playing in a deep four, and they're giving away everything in the middle.
It looks like they're playing some kind of zone coverage. It's clear in the middle, as you said. Yes.
Back to snap, no pressure at all. Dumps it off again. Gets a couple yards out of it. 43 seconds left. The clock is running. Has him with his third reception of the night. See if he tries to punch it in the end zone. He throws it just short of the first. The big tight end. Third and 10. V. Brader with the catch. ECU. Let's see if they can get in the end zone there. Throws it on this 2-yard line. Clock still ticking. First and goal. They have one timeout left. They're going to hold on to that that timeout as long as they can.
Offensive motion.
Another jump. Yep, way to shoot themselves in the foot. They're at they're still in field goal range. I think they obviously have the momentum on their side. Just little silly mistakes like that could wind up and make them pay for it late in the game. Run up the middle. Good stop by John Day. Got a minus 1 yard rush on that one. The defensive lineman, I missed his name, had a great tackle on the side.
10 seconds remaining. No timeout is not being called.
Incomplete. Third and goal, 6 seconds left. Stars 18 for 25, about 112, I thought that said. That went by quick. Back in the shotgun again with 3 wide. Again, plenty of time. They've got all the defensive backs in the end zone. 6-yard receptions by Day. They got 1 second left. They're out there for the field goal.
I had that same feeling. It seemed like that 1 second took a while.
Yeah, definitely. It's up and good. So, gentlemen, they're down 17-0 at halftime. Syracuse, number 7 in the game. ECU went down at the bottom, and they're giving them a run for the money.
This is a big upset coming up right now. If Syracuse don't make some big adjustments in the second half.
All right, let's see the tail of the tape here.
Ray's got a great offensive game plan going.
Yeah, definitely. It kept them on. It seemed like Syracuse wasn't expecting it at all. They've been on their heels, at least from the defense standpoint. Maybe they started to get a little adjusted at the end of the second quarter. But still, ECU's just they're firing on all cylinders, Gunny.
Syracuse does get the ball back first in the second half, so hopefully they'll drive downfield and make some adjustments during this halftime break.
So 118 yards passing for ECU to 34 on Syracuse. Rushing yards 44 to 37. Time of possession 5 minutes and 49 to 4:11. Big turnover by Syracuse. It doesn't really, those numbers right there don't. If I was looking at that, I would think maybe it'd be a 3-point ball game, Gunny.
Yeah, Syracuse had their chances. I mean, they went for that. They had a 4th down and 1, and that penalty of illegal motion kind of set them back.
So here we are, the start of the second half. Syracuse receives. All caught on the 2-yard line. Another decent return. Taking it out to about the 23-24, 19-yard return. 2 sacks tonight by that ECU defense. 0 interceptions, but a big fumble return. They've been dominating tonight, and Taz just hasn't been able to get his flow going.
Quite a few tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 sacks, 1 fumble.
There he goes.
Save this. There he goes.
Gone.
It could be gone. To the 20, to the 10. Oh, pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That was a heck of a run by Taz. He must have been listening to us up at the booth, and I think he's thumbing his nose at us right now.
That was about a 68-yard rush. They only had 34 at the end of the half, and then now they're up to 112.
Yeah, the linemen were taking their sweet-ass time getting down the field. Kaz keeps it again, runs, and still fighting. Great run. Look at that effort. 2-yard touchdown run by Taz Von Wilswinkle after that huge run to get him set up at the goal line. And there was no quitting him there. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, into the end zone. They finally get some points on the board. We got ourselves a ball game, Gunny.
Hey, Taz wasn't the player of the week for nothing. That effort right there shows why he's the star of his team here in Syracuse.
It was a great start to the second half.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run. That was one of the best QB runs back to back of the at least the week, maybe the season so far. ECU gets the ball, another decent return. I think they're at the 35, 32-yard line. See how they answer up. Coming out in shotgun formation with 3 wide in the back. Goes back plenty of time. Wide open in the middle. That wide receiver, Travis Baldwin, just put in the afterburners, took a 26-yard reception. And Gunny, we said this in the first half, seems like the Syracuse defense is just giving it away in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, 26-yard pass, your first play after halftime. They need to buckle down a little bit.
Yep, looked like the quarterback threw it out of bounds on that one, 2nd and 10. Back again. Ooh, he barely got rid of that ball in time. And the quarterback, that had to have been a timing pass, turned his head at the last second. The ball was there waiting for him. Only a yard, but God, that was a lot of effort for 1 yard. Back to snap, another pass. Oh, wow. That receiver got lit up in the middle. Ouch. Nice stand by Syracuse, forcing the punt for ECU. And, gentlemen, do you think we see some momentum turning here in Syracuse's favor?
This could be it. ECU's been running 10 rushes, 30 passes.
And they got to put a spy on Taz because he just made him look silly in that last series. So let's see if they made any adjustments on the sideline. Another run by the quarterback. Another wide open lane. First down run. 15-yard rush by Taz. So far, he's almost at the century mark. 9.5-yard average. Gunny, how do you stop that man?
They look strong on the left side of the line. He keeps going. Those long runs are going down the left side. Of course, now he goes down the other side.
Yeah, Wanker with the 16-yard run. 1st and 10. The chain's moving. They're going 5 wide with Taz in the backfield by himself. No rush at all. Wide open up the middle. Fights for 12 yards. Moving the chains again. Again, they're grabbing onto this game and they're not letting go. I think they clearly got the momentum on their side.
This was the Syracuse we saw in week 1.
It took that first half for them to wake up. Another run by the quarterback. Thought he was stopped in the backfield. Still fighting for it. Was looking for a pitch. It wasn't there. Kept the ball. Got 6 yards on the run. 2nd and 4. The ball is on the 31-yard line. They're right on the edge of field goal range. Taz is keeping the ball, going down deep. Oh, interception. No. Another turnover by that ECU defense. Wow, that's got to be deflating, Gunny. You have such a nice drive down the field to make a mistake like that. What did you see on the field?
That's right, because I was thinking maybe the lineman got threatened with Peter Fitzwell was going to take down the buffet line if they didn't block for their quarterback and running back, but then they passed. They had good protection, but that was just a bad throw by the quarterback.
I don't understand why they went away from the run game when they were doing so good.
Yeah, that's a good point. They didn't have an answer for it, and Eagle in chat is saying that Taz is the Tebow of the AACL. He can run but can't pass, and it showed on that play. Dazzlin with a 1-yard run, 3rd and 3. Syracuse has got to stop him, get that ball back, and shut down any momentum swing here by ECU. Shotgun looks like a split spread. running out of the backfield. Doesn't go anywhere. 4th and 3. They have to punt. Syracuse defense has really stood up and gave the offense of Syracuse a big push here after that turnover. Now they get the ball back, and they have another shot at putting some points on the board. Hopefully they won't be passing as much as they did that last series. 14-yard punt return by Chad Quit. Freddie, you think they're going to keep trying to pass it, or are they going to learn, keep using what got them there with a run by the quarterback and run out of the backfield?
Hopefully they learn their lesson. Let's stay with the running game. Keep it in Taz's and Kerr's hands.
Gunny, you were going to say something?
Same thing. You got to keep it with your quarterback and your halfback. That's what got you down the field that's what has been getting you down the field in this third quarter.
2nd and 10. And I did not see what happened there. My screen froze. It looked like
he kind of muffed the pass and it slipped out of his hands.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's 3rd and 10. Big stand here for ECU. No rush at all. Plenty of time. Throws it out of bounds. We have a flag. Could that be – I couldn't see anything there. Is that
interference?
Defense? Offensive pass interference. Wow.
Petty, the intended receiver on the play.
So it looks like ECU held again and getting the ball back, and it's only 10 points. But I think if ECU they're able to go down the field again, it's going to put Syracuse in a hole they may not be able to get out of. ECU gets the punt, decent return of 2 yards. Doggy Styles with a 12-yard return. My apologies.
Now, ECU needs a nice drive right now. They've really stalled out the last few times they've had the ball. Hornstar needs to get with it. He falls down.
Let me get it back. And I think that's the first sack of the night by Syracuse. Am I right?
I believe that could be correct. I believe they might have had a tackle for loss, but not too many sacks of the quarterback.
2nd and 13. Both of these defenses are starting to get on fire.
It's a battle of offenses, a running team against a passing team.
Dick Trickle almost had that and trickled into the end zone, but his hands were too wet with sweat or something. He couldn't hold on to that one.
That should have been a pick six right there.
Yeah, Syracuse back to pass. Wide open on the sideline. Did he get in? 4th and inches. Wow, just barely.
That makes it 4th and inches.
What's Pornstar going to yell and fucking Ray going to do? Oh, they're going to punt it.
Yeah, I think fucking Ray's going to punt it on this one. The Syracuse defense, they're doing their part. We've got to have the offense step up and answer and get something going. Okay, here we go. It's 57 seconds left in the third. 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. Back in shotgun. Swing pass out to the side. Nice, pretty swing pass. Looked like it caught them napping, and Jimmy Petty, a nice 13-yard reception. They're in hurry up. I think they're doing that to maybe keep the defense of ECU off balance, and then we're going to get another run by Taz. Back in shotgun. Hands off for about a yard. Wayne Kerr with 1 yard. 51 for the day, 4.6 yard average. 2nd and 9.
Dude swallowed with a sack.
Haven't seen Taz with the do much running. Handoff up the middle, draw play looks like. Got a couple yards, 5 yards. Big 3rd down here for Syracuse. Big 3rd down. Or wide receivers.
I would look for Petty for another pass reception. He looked pretty solid on his 13-yard reception earlier in this series.
He dropped it. He dropped it, and we have a hurt player. That's Kerr. Wayne Kerr, I think, is down. The Wayne Kerr is down.
I mean, other players besides Memphis players get hurt?
Yeah, definitely. And here we go. ECU got the ball on the sidelines. They get the ball at the 24-yard line. First and 10, 5 seconds left. They've been in command here. Syracuse, we thought they were going to get on the board there, but the defense of ECU just stood up and rose to the occasion. Chasm with a 7-yard rush. That's the end of the third quarter. Put your fours up, everybody. ECU up 17-7 over Syracuse. This could be the upset of the week.
Syracuse won that quarter 7-0. They kept ECU off the scoreboard.
I'm having issues with the truck. I can't hear what they're saying, but we'll get some information or some update from them here shortly. But 3rd and 5, ECU. They got to get a long drive going. They haven't done in this second half. They haven't done a long drive at all, and they need to get some momentum, at least on the offensive side. Shotgun formation.
Trying to let Syracuse back in the game.
Definitely 3rd and 5. Back in the shotgun, plenty of time. Dumps it off. Looks like that's to the fullback, maybe the tight end. Vibrator for 4-yard reception. Short of the first down. Another punt by ECU. Syracuse, they're just giving the ball on a dish to Syracuse, Gunny, and I'm waiting for Syracuse to make them pay for it.
I'm surprised that ECU, as many times they passed 33 times. They're not even above the 200-yard mark yet.
I said
short passes.
I said at the top of the game that ECU in their last game, they were scoring every quarter, but they went flat in the fourth. Let's hope they don't have a flat fourth in this game as well. Run out of the backfield. 4-yard rush by Sanders. Sonny, what were you going to say?
There was an injury update that went across the bottom of the screen about Wayne Kerr, but I did not see what it said.
They said he's out.
Winker's out with a collarbone issue. Winker hurt his bone. That's not good. That's not good for Syracuse. 3rd and 6. Syracuse has got to get a first. Neither of these teams are really, lighting up anyone's eyes with their offensive performance.
Come on, Taz. Fire it up, buddy.
Down deep. There wasn't a player in that zip code. Let's give a shout out to the folks that are watching tonight. We've got another TV viewer, Art Vandalay, Dave Axis, Dave Leathers, Droop Doggy Dog, Eagle Mondavi, Garrison the Franchise, Gunny McGuire, Hammer, Lone Star Glory, and Nina Teller. So thanks for watching. We've got a good final 3 minutes and 40 seconds, or great 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. ECU up 17-7. ECU with the ball. They're in the driver's seat here. If they don't make any mistakes, they could walk away with a pretty big upset. Nice pass down the middle. Happy ending. 18-yard reception. That's his 4th of the day. He also got a touchdown today. That's what they needed to get some momentum going, Gunny.
I agree. They're up to 180 yards on passing attempt, and Shooting Blanks is trying to do his best for Syracuse, trying to make some tackles. He leads the team with 8 tackles right now.
Gaza made him pay on that last one with the quick swing pass. It made the Syracuse defense that was overly aggressive up the middle pay for it by that quick swing pass. Another pass in the middle complete again. They're peppering them in the middle all day. Syracuse doesn't have an answer for that at all. Now they're well within field goal range here at the 18-19 yard line. Lined up in shotgun, 2nd and 6. Looks like a 4-down rush for Syracuse. And we have a flag on it. It looks like
motion on by the line.
Motion on, yep.
Still 2nd down.
2nd and 11. They're still in field goal range, but they need to stop making mistakes like that. ECU offense hands off to the running back. Running back, nice run, nice block on the edge there. Gets 11 yards, 3rd and 1. They're still in hurry up. Let's see if they bang it through and get the first down here if they try and go with it in the air. Lined up in an ace formation. Letting the clock tick down. At 22 seconds left on the play clock. I think they're just going to milk this. Make sure these offensive linemen stay disciplined, Gunny. Can't be jumping here. 5 seconds left on the play clock. And the snap up the middle. Nice power run. Gasm with a 3-yard rush.
John, he's singing, baby.
He's warming up, baby.
The light, the party's over.
First and goal back. Oh! Big time sack. Loss of 4. Star goes down in the backfield.
Should have just kept running the ball to orgasm.
Yeah. You got to rely on the orgasm when you start going deep in the fourth quarter. Hey-yo! All right. 3 wide. Shotgun formation, second and goal with 2 minutes, barely 2 minutes left in the fourth. They're going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning. No, sorry. Only in the SFL. Sorry. Here, back. Going to let the clock run down. We've got 13 seconds left on the play clock. Plenty of time. Just don't make a mistake on that line. Just stay fast.
I'm surprised Syracuse hadn't used a timeout.
Oh, quarterback keeper doing a Taz imitation up the middle and takes it, almost into the end zone. Wow, that was another powerful run by the quarterback. This time on the ECU side, third and goal, 1 minute and 35 seconds. If they punch it in here, Gunny, you think it's game over?
Yeah, it'd be above 3 scores. It'd be above the 2 scores.
Yeah, I think they just fumbled in the end zone.
Wow. Let's see this on. Oh, did he cross the line after he dropped it?
No. It's a turnover.
Wow.
Syracuse got life.
They do have life. See if they can
Only in the
capitalize on it.
AACL.
Yep. Nice pass to the sideline. 7-yard reception. They got 1:22. They need a touchdown and they need an onside kick. Going deep down the middle, and he's got it to the 20, to the 10. He's gone. Jim Petty with 73 yards. Wow, that's the way to answer our task.
Is Jim Petty any kin to Tom Petty?
Holy mackerel, that was a great play. That's what Syracuse needed. They make the extra point. We got a 3-point ball game.
ECU got killed on 2 plays of long, like 60-yard plays, 1 rushing and 1 passing to make this a close ball game.
Yeah, that fumble in the end zone was huge, and
that was definitely huge. That was a game changer.
If you're playing a team like Syracuse, you have to have your foot on the pedal the entire time, or they'll make you pay and catch up just like they did here late in the fourth. It looks like ECU got the
swing
ball.
right there.
Definitely. 1:07 left. It looks like ECU's going to have to get at least 1 first down here to put this away.
Syracuse has 2 timeouts.
Nice run up on the sideline by Gasm. Timeout. Was that a timeout called by Syracuse? Looked like they were motioning.
Sherlock Mahomes.
The run up the middle. 3rd and 1. Shotgun formation, run up the middle, gets the first down and more. He is going. He could be gone. Oh, 28-yard run. That could be the nail in the coffin, Gunny.
Big Orange is pounding the ground.
I think so. I think this should be probably victory formation right here.
Definitely. 19 seconds, 18 on the clock. They just snap, and I think they're just going to ride this to the victory. What a game. I mean, ECU held on. That they had that one mistake in the end zone, and you thought it was going to be a different ball game. But got to give your hats off to ECU. Gunny, what stood out to you tonight?
Syracuse had some fight. I was really thinking it was going to be a low-scoring game or a high-scoring game between these teams, and it turned out to be just the opposite. A tale of 2 halves. East Carolina scored 17 in the first half. Syracuse scores all 14 of theirs in the second half.
Freddie, you got a shot to sing again. You wanna strike up the song?
Danny Don's done turned out. He's done head to the next stadium, which is coming up next game. I just want to give a shout out to Yogi Barr for his first win of the year, and fucking Ray for outstanding offensive game call.
A great game plan on both sides of the ball by ECU. Congratulations on the first win. They toppled Syracuse, top 10 team. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. It was, it was a fight till the end, but I don't think ECU led the entire time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out strong, and Syracuse in that whole first half, it seemed to me like they were on their heels. Didn't really expect a team like ECU to be slugging them in the face like they were. Any thoughts on who's going to get player of the game, Gunny?
I believe would be the quarterback for the East Carolina Pirates, and the top offensive player for Syracuse is probably Jimmy Petty with his big touchdown reception near the end of the game.
Pretty even yardage on offense, 307 to 305. We've got 196 passing yards to eat for ECU, 132 for Syracuse. Third down conversions for Syracuse, 22%. Yikes. Red zone percentage, 60% for ECU. They were in there, how many times? Oh, I missed that one. They were in there 5 times. They made it 3 out of 5. Syracuse was only in the red zone once, and I think they got a field goal out of that one. Two huge turnovers by Syracuse. We got the interception, and we got the fumble, but then Syracuse had that huge fumble recovery in the end zone. This was just an incredible game. I think, you said the quarterback's probably going to get player of the game, but hats off to that defense of ECU to hold Syracuse and hold that quarterback of theirs. I mean, he did get 113 yards rushing, but I mean, it was all in an effort to come back, man. They held him back, kept him in check for most of the game. Gunny, is there anyone on, at least on the defensive side of ECU that stood out to you?
I don't really recall anybody right off the top of my hand. I know I'm looking forward to see how I.B. Humpin did. He's one of the players to watch for the East Carolina Panthers this season. He's a strong safety.
Oh my gosh. I can't say anything.
My player of the game is going to be Porn Star, I guess.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns, 196 yards. I don't know if he rushed for any. He rushed for probably about 30, 40 yards. I didn't see that. He had that one big run at the late in the game. Yep, Orgasm went over the century mark. No touchdowns, but it kept the chains moving. He had 3 receivers with 5 receptions. Yeah, wow, he spread the ball around. Shooting blanks. What is G Crabs? Got crabs? Is that got crabs? Oh God! Wait, what? Or do you? How do they spell that? It's brilliant.
Swallow.
That is brilliant. G-spot.
It's Yogi Bear for you. GGG.
I have to continue after that. Shit. Frank the Franchise Wade said porn star is spreading the balls around. No, he didn't. Good porn star state was relatively short, and that's rare.
He was
All right,
short and steady.
stats. ECU didn't score in the fourth quarter yet this season, so that's something I'm sure they're going to be working on. 14 points scored in the second half, but ECU was able to build up a 17-point lead going into halftime. That was the key. Big time running on the ground by Syracuse. A good mix between the quarterback and the running back. 196 passing yards. Looked like a little more balanced on the ECU side. On the ECU side. 11 minutes time of possession. 2 turnovers by Syracuse, 1 by ECU. And the players of the game, Mr. Starr, quarterback. Do you swallow on the defensive side with a sack, a forced fumble recovery, tackle for a loss. Taz, 113 yards again, 2 total touchdowns, keeping the pace from a stat standpoint. Chuck Williams, 5 tackles. And I think who had it last week? I think it was Joseph Baker had it at cornerback for Syracuse.
That is correct.
I think we touched all of them.
Great game.
That was a great game, gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in, fans of the league. I'm going to be changing my headset here for color. And I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Greg. Good evening. The Greg Soto.
Everybody tonight, welcome to game 2 of Air Force, the high flying Air Force. Meter that has an attack as a whopper dog is. And here in the booth we have today a Clint Torres. I wish you could play with mine while you're so close to the vicinity in the booth. And we got the Pepper. Oh, watch my eye, Rogers. I don't want no pepper in my eye.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome everybody to game 2. Air Force Eagle. Yeah, I don't think I'd have a way to be able to do that all game long. Maybe you might see some spots come out summertime throughout the game, but not the whole game. So
I would be speechless all night listening to you.
I like it though. Pepper, don't get it in my eye, Rogers. Oh, and Clint Torres, I hope you let me play with mine later. That's funny. Welcome again to Monday night at 9 o'clock, where we have Air Force number 12 traveling to the number 3 Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. What do you think about this game coming up, Clint and Pepper?
I'm looking forward to seeing how Air Force did, rebounding from last week with their quarterback getting hurt, see if he can stay healthy.
Definitely. I mean, the last game showed the value of their starting quarterback, Rylan Givens. He goes down again, they're going to be in trouble. I mean, they started off moving the ball pretty well. Let's see if they can do that on a sustained basis. The only concern I have was with that, with that offense. They get caught behind, if up by a touchdown or more, and they have to go up and to hurry up and score some points. I think it's going to be a really huge disadvantage, because I don't think they're set to do that.
True. Now, I did do last week's game, I think, with Louisiana Tech and SMU, and that was a hell of a game. Peter LaFleur had a heck of a game. He kind of controlled the whole game. He was kind of like the game manager. So it'll be interesting. This will be the first time I'm actually seeing Air Force. I know, they lost by 17 last week to Wyoming. Wyoming put a hurting on them a little bit. I don't know. It'll be tough. The Bulldogs are going to be at home. Patches O'Houlihan has the team clicking pretty good. They're the number 3 ranked team for sure. If they take care of business tonight, they'll be moving up since the number 1 team, Old Dominion, lost yesterday. Sorry about that, Clint. But they'll definitely be moving up, so they'll want to stay in the top 3, definitely maybe even top 2, or maybe even jump to number 1, depending on how they do here against Air Force. And Raylan Givens, we'll see what he can do. Strong safety Joe Douglas and that cornerback James Lopez, players to watch over on the Bulldog side. So this will be good. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more scoring than a 17-14 game there. Just tuned in late, and wow, I'm kind of shocked that Syracuse took that loss to ECU, but very excited about this game. Hopefully we'll be going to the field soon and seeing this number 3 and number 12. And from what I hear, yeah, it'll be 63 degrees in Ruston, Louisiana. Have you guys ever been to Ruston?
No.
I've been to Ruston, Virginia.
Oh, you have? Okay, not Louisiana though.
No.
Okay. Thank you for the words of wisdom, Clint. I can't wait to hear more later on in the game.
Hey, I've got a whole box of them.
All right, and here we go. We're ready to go to the field to get this game going.
Need to find out what that dog's name is that they patting on the head.
I thought you said doll. What the hell?
Oh, you know that bulldog? Wasn't that a bulldog?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call him Tech. That's what they call him, Tech.
Okay, cool.
Tech is the name of the lineage of their English bulldogs that they have as a mascot here at Joe A. Lett Stadium.
I thought it was Teach.
In which
I had
two
it wrong the whole
conferences
time.
is this game?
This one, I'm not sure what conference both of these are. These are in. I'll have to take a.
Number 3, deep to return.
So yeah, we have the Wayward West facing the I-35, and Steve the Pirate there with a 25-yard return there for a 1st and 10 here at the 30-yard line for the Bulldogs, taking the ball now. And hopefully that quarterback has some batteries to run. And nope, looks like he's not doing well there, LaFleur. Only a 1-yard gain there on that quarterback keeper. 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line. And again, Clint and Pepper, anytime you guys want to chime in, go right ahead. I'll be calling the game play-by-play. Big run here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Are they going to get caught? Finally brought down Grant Wright. What a run there of 43 yards already in Falcons territory at the 26-yard line there, Clint.
Definitely, and it was set up by some great blocking on the edge there. We had I could have run down that, at least got 10 on that one. It was a huge gap on the side.
Well, you have more faith in you than I do. I think you would have gotten maybe 3, but neither here nor there. And here we go, LaFleur with a 2-yard gain there after a 2-yard gain by the running back, brings up a 3rd and 6. What do you think they're going to do here, Pepper?
They're probably going to throw it in the flat. I wanted to comment on, I was liking Air Force's uniform coming out in all black tonight.
Yeah, that's sharp.
Yeah, the helmets look sharp. Everything looks sharp. And here we go. Bulldogs couldn't convert on that 3rd down. Going for a field goal here early. First possession. And the field goal is good. And that'll bring the Bulldogs up 3-0 on the Falcons. Good drive there. I would have wanted maybe 6 points, but we'll take the 3.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm really impressed by LaFleur. I mean, last week he was, I hate to use the word good game manager, but it's basically what he was. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He doesn't roll the dice very often. So my point at the beginning about if Air Force gets behind, I think you could probably say the same thing to Louisiana Tech as well.
And decent return there. And now Walton Goggins with a 4-yard gain there. Brings up 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line here. Again, we want to thank another TV viewer. I don't know if we say Foch Raven now. I mean, I don't know if he's working or not. So Foch Raven, Dave Axis, D Leathers, Droop Dog, Eagle Mandavi, fuck that guy. Garrison the Franchise Blue, Gunny McGuire, Hammer Jammer, Lone Star, M Rover Simplified, Ninatella, and the Greg Soto again. Hans Gruber there with a 7-yard reception brings up a 1st and 10 now for the Falcons at the 38-yard line. Quarterback keeper here has a lot. Looked like he had a little bit more room there, but tackled by Raylan Gibbons there. Clint looked like there was more field there to be had, but turned up and
Gibbons shut it down. Yeah, closing speed of Givens just really highlighted on that play. But Air Force they're clicking. Their offense is looking, I think, like night and day better than last week.
Givens with a good run there right up the middle gives the Falcons a 1st down right at midfield. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, no. Bad idea there by Givens. Randall in on the tackle for a loss.
Looks like Givens is getting up a little slow again.
Yeah, that would be bad. 2 weeks in a row.
Givens is definitely taken. He's taking some serious hits right now. Another quarterback keeper. Handoff finally. A toss there to the running back to Hans Gruber for 13 yards. It looks, oh no. Givens is hurt.
That's Gruber. I think was it Gruber?
Is it Gruber?
Gruber, that's running back.
Oh no, number 2 I thought was the quarterback.
I don't know.
I think number 2 is the quarterback. Bad run there by Whitehead. 2-yard loss. Bulldogs defense. Casino Ruffian definitely roughing that guy up. And there it is. Givens, hip pointer.
Holy crap.
Gone for a couple of quarters. So now they're on with a backup quarterback, number 7. I don't even know who this guy is. There we go. Peterson.
Well, maybe he got some extra reps. I'm sure he didn't last game, and he was crapping in his pants when he went out there. So maybe he's a little bit prepared.
Still have to have a conference call with the commissioner about his injury.
Oh, and what? Oh, nice! Shove that guy right out of the way. Whitehead. And that is Given's 2nd game in a row that he's been hurt, and Peterson has had to come in to back him up. Might want to think on the 3rd game just to give a shot to Peterson. Oh, toss going nowhere with Howell. Brings up 2nd and 10. Sanders in on the tackle. Beautiful tackle there in open field.
Yeah, great discipline.
And another Air Force player down.
Wow. The Louisiana Tech defense is very disciplined. They've been maintaining their lanes and keeping that offensive Air Force from doing what they need to do.
Boy, I don't know what happened here. I mean, where did the Air Force guys go last night? I mean, they went to the wrong side of Easy Street last night. Definitely unbelievable. 2 of them already hurt. Peterson doesn't know what the heck he's doing right now.
There you go.
Nice toss. All right, touchdown by Goggins. 20-yard run by Walton Goggins. For a minute, Peterson was going to go down again.
Yeah, when that offensive Air Force is clicking, it's a thing of beauty. The timing, right at the last second, gets the ball to the running back and takes it in for a score.
Yeah, and Goggins is a big boy. It took about 2 to 3 players from the Bulldogs to bring him down. That's 13 plays, 70 yards in just under 3 minutes.
We get nothing out of Coach. I guess he's at work again.
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And here we go with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Air Force 7, Louisiana Tech 3. And a decent return there by Eric Rogers for 27 yards. 1st and 10 now. Let's see what these guys do to answer.
I mean, they moved down quickly last time, but they seemed to stall when they got in the red zone.
And quarterback keeper by LaFleur, gain of 12 yards. managing the game pretty well, not taking too many losses. Up to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff to right, only a couple of yards there.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a lot of screen freeze. It's working great on Twitch, but not on OBS.
And good pass there to Rodgers for 6 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 2, right at midfield. See if the Bulldogs can get this 3rd down and not have to punt. Good handoff right up the middle. Finding some room, jumping. Oh, just ran over somebody. Flag on the play, though. Oh, this will hurt. Oh, and that'll go against the defense. Add another 15 yards to that run on Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore. Yeah, they made that offensive line at Louisiana Tech. The offensive line at Louisiana Tech manhandled Air Force on that play.
And that'll bring an end to the first quarter with that pass. Not going really anywhere, but Air Force up right now. Number 12 up on number 3, 7-3 right now. But the Bulldogs are driving. Brings up a 2nd down, I believe.
Louisiana Tech's using a pro style. No.
Good pass right up the middle to Gamera Powers. First reception of the game. LaFleur doing really good. He was the player of the game last week. 4 for 4 so far. And touchdown to Young Patches. 6-yard TD pass to number 80 Patches. And that brings the Bulldogs back to the lead. Waiting for this extra kick here for making it 10-7. Hopefully, if they can make this one, they should. Haven't had any issues all season so far, and that brings it to Bulldogs 10, Falcons 7.
Yeah, nothing flashy on the Louisiana Tech side. Just no mistakes, and everybody's executing perfectly.
Yeah, doing good. Pepper, what do you think here Air Force has to do after this good return here by Dixie Normus for 27 yards? What do you think, Pepper? What do you think Air Force has to do to get back on the board now?
Just keep doing what they've been doing. Keep running the ball wide, running that option.
Yeah, and I believe Peterson, the backup quarterback, is still on the field. He sure is. Late toss there. Again, this seems to be working. And he's still on his feet. He never went down. He was actually sitting on the Bulldog player for 9 yards.
It's amazing how long they hold on to that ball. I wouldn't be able to hold on to it that long with a big lineman running at me.
Oh, and nice run there. Nice run there by Peterson.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah, he got hit. No, I don't recall seeing an injury update.
And Boyd Crowder with 5-yard gain there, his first touch of the game. Between Crowder and Gruber, Hans Gruber, boy, I'll tell you what, they are pounding the ball. Oh, and there's a flag. I think this might be a false start. Yes, it is a false start on the Falcons.
Still 2nd down.
Now it's back to 2nd and 10. Let's see what the Falcons can do just inside the 50-yard line at the 49 now of the Falcons, going 2 wide, 3 in the backfield.
Oh!
Nice.
Nice move at that last second there by Whitehead.
Yep, Whitehead had a good run there. Brings up 3rd and 1 with that 9-yard gain. Oh, quarterback keeper by Peterson. Oh, is that Peterson? No, that's Givens back in the game. Givens is now back. Big run there. Giving the Falcons a 1st and 10 now in Bulldog territory at the 26-yard line.
Oh, get it. Oh, man.
Givens with 4 yards. Yeah, I thought he was going to toss it out there too, Clint.
He was wide open. If he would have got it to him, it would have been at least a first down, if not more.
Hans Gruber, only 1 yard, but that is a big boy. He's hard to take down. Every time he gets tackled, it has to be like 2 to 3 Bulldogs taking him down. If not, he's just plowing over people.
Yeah,
and another false start.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
False start. Offense.
The coach is going to be chewing some ass on the sideline. way to pop a hole in your balloon having somebody make a mistake like that.
Wow. Every time they go to a 2nd or 3rd and 5, they in this drive, they already have 2 false starts that have made them go from 5 yards to go to 10.
Oh, we got a coach reaction. Nice.
Oh, what a catch and run after the catch by Howell for 12 yards. Now in the red zone now. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Givens with a 3-yard gain there. 2nd and 7, and I'll tell you what, these Falcons are definitely moving the ball. You see there, 142 yards to 106.
Yep, night and day from last week. I mean, it's a thing. Like I said before, it's a thing of beauty watching them play when they're clicking.
And now Peterson is back in the game. Wait a minute, did we just miss something? The backup quarterback is now back in the game again.
Yeah, maybe stamina issue. Maybe the hip wasn't as good as you thought. Oh!
Touchdown to Robert Burks for 8 yards from Peterson. The backup quarterback comes in to finish off the drive and puts up the Falcons 13-10 right now, pending the extra point.
I think they caught him napping with the pass. I think they were expecting another one of those dipsy-doos on the edge and just caught him flat-footed.
And I think you were right there, Pepper. When I asked you a little bit earlier in this drive, they're just going to continue what they do. And interesting enough, they brought in that backup quarterback that likes to throw a little bit more than the starting quarterback. And there you have it. Now they have the lead with just about over 2 minutes to go in the half, up 14-10 on the number 3 Bulldogs.
Yeah, Air Force is playing well, very well this first half.
I mean, I don't think Louisiana Tech's playing bad. It's just that Air Force is playing just a little bit better, enough to put 4 more points on the board.
And good pass there, 8 yards to Patches from LaFleur. And again, just like the last game, LaFleur is just managing. He's 6 for 6, not that many yards, just, being kind of like the field general and just seeing what he sees out there. Wow! Oh, my goodness.
That was a WWE tackle right there.
I think Wright was going for a flying knee. Too bad that knee met a helmet there.
Oh, Superfly Snuka.
Oh, and that's an errant pass there by LaFleur. First incomplete of the game, and there you go, Givens. Back spasms out for the game now.
Oh, my gosh.
So Peterson's going to have to manage this team when they go back on offense, and there's a 8-yard reception to Harrison. And the Bulldogs moving the ball with less than 2 minutes to go. Now LaFleur 7 for 8 for 42 yards and 1 TD. 3rd and 2 just inside the 50-yard line. LaFleur keeping it.
Oh!
Nice slide there. Getting the first down. Now in Falcons territory at the 44-yard line. LaFleur finds a wide receiver, Patches again, his main target so far, Clint.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we know on the Air Force side, Coach Craven's going to be trying to recruit a quarterback that isn't so fragile.
Oh! Nice deflection there. Nice coverage. Brings up an incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 6 now at the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs. If I'm the Bulldogs, I'd try to get at least a field goal here before going into halftime, Pepper.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was a big drop.
He dropped it.
Oh no, this is definitely not field goal. And there you go. They're gonna go ahead and punt it away. I still think this is plenty of time for Peterson and the Falcons to put up something. Maybe even go up 7 points and maybe kicking a field goal here before going into the half.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if they've got any big play options. I mean, you haven't seen a throw longer than 15 or 20 yards all day. It's been that run option. Let's see if they can pull something out of their hat.
True. I just try to get to. Oh, tipped. Oh, incomplete. That's Peterson's first incomplete pass. 2 for 3. If I was Air Force, I'd just try to get to at least the 30-yard line on the on the Bulldog side and go for a field goal and going to halftime at least 7 points up. And there you go. There's that pass for 12 yards to Goggins. And the clock is still going. First down, though, at the 33-yard line.
And they're saving their timeouts.
Yeah, run to the sideline, son. Gets tackled.
Offside.
Oh, and
Defense.
you got an offsides on the Bulldogs. Whoa, giving Air Force 5 yards and a first down. 1st and 5 now. From the 38-yard line. Stops the clock a little bit there. Now the clock's now back going on again. Here we go. Let's see what Peterson can find. Peterson finds somebody up the middle. Dixon Normus again with, I think, his second catch now for 18 yards. Now they're moving the ball. They have 9 first downs now in Bulldog territory at the 45-yard line. Oh, and the intercepted. And this could be a big 6. He gone.
Wow. Big mistake.
By Lopez. Wow. What a turn of events for Peterson. They looked like they were about to maybe get into field goal position here at the end of the half. But the Bulldogs pick it off. Pick 6. Now the Bulldogs lead it 17-14. We'll see what the Falcons do here with only 45 seconds left to go with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, Coach Creighton's got to be fuming on the sidelines.
Oh, look at this return.
Is he gone?
Oh, no, what a return by Hans Gruber. This man's doing everything, running the ball. Now he's returning. A great return there. I mean, this gets them right back into field goal position almost. All they need is about 20 yards, 15 yards, and they're in there.
Yeah. I mean, here we go.
Here we go. Peterson, nice run there. 8 yards by Peterson. 33 seconds left. 2nd and 2. This is close to being field goal range now. And oh no, is this another false start?
Oh my
goodness, another false start.
Is that 4 or 3 or 4?
I think that's the 4th false start on them. And this kind of takes them out of field goal range. They need to get to that 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, and that's right on the edge.
Oh, going forward.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
And Kennedy with a 42-yard reception. We're getting some fireworks now. Air Force back up now, 20-17. Pending on the extra point here. Could be 21-17 now with 27 seconds left to go.
Well, they pulled that out of their hat. I said it earlier. They didn't have anything 20 yards or more, and they shut me up pretty good.
And Hans Gruber, I'll give it all to Hans Gruber there. Hans Gruber set them up with that crazy return all the way to the 42-yard line. Go ahead, Pepper.
Yeah, coach is hollering in the chat that they need to run the ball, and then they throw a touchdown ball.
Oh, man.
And this is a crazy return here by Steve the Pirate, 33 yards. You know what? 20 seconds. The Bulldogs can get now in. They can get into field goal range. They got about 25, 30 yards to go, and they'll be in field goal range with 2 timeouts.
Yep, 2 timeouts. Just go for the edge.
That's not going to do it to Young Patches. Negative 2 yards there. They call the timeout. 2nd and 12.
Coach still not impressed with his backup quarterbacks.
Yep, that's it's not going to fire up your quarterback calling him a little bitch.
LaFleur keeps it. Oh, and he runs down the clock, and we will go into halftime with the number 12 Falcons up on number 3 Louisiana Tech, 21-17 at the half. What a return there by Gruber, and then that pass for 42 yards by Peterson to have the Falcons take the lead. We'll see some of these highlights here, Clint.
The Air Force offense is night and day from last week. Same thing. They had injuries at the quarterback position, but this time they didn't let it slow them down. I mean, that offense, like I said, when it's clicking, it's a thing of beauty, and they had some really good plays. Even some deep passes that kind of surprised me. So I think Louisiana Tech is really going to have to make some big adjustments on defense in halftime to stop that offense of the Air Force.
Is this a thing to say how good Wyoming was last week?
It's a little suspicious, but go ahead.
And there you go. Air Force really, I mean, with the exception of that turnover, Air Force has been really dominating this game. If it wasn't for that turnover, I mean, that's really it that's bringing this game close. We could be easily looking at a 21-10 lead for Air Force going into the second half, and here we go. And Air Force actually gets the ball back, so let's see what the Bulldogs can do here to stop the Falcons' first series of this half.
Yeah, Hans Gruber is really kicking butt on special teams. That was another nice return.
Yeah, very good return. Hans Gruber's, for right now, Hans Gruber is pretty much, we'll see what Peterson does, but Hans Gruber to me is the player of the game so far. Nice run there by Goggins, 7 yards, brings up a 2nd and 3 now.
Oh, I thought that was the tight end. I misread the number.
They have the ball at the 35-yard line. Deeper, and I think this is, to Hans Gruber for 4 yards, just enough. Gets a first down, 1st and 10, and I think all 3 of these running backs have around 20 to 30-some yards each. This running game, nowhere for Peterson there on that pass.
That was not a thing of beauty. that was a pretty ugly pass. I guess he's not used to throwing it as much as he needs to tonight.
Yeah, and we'll really see here how the coach for Air Force motivated them at halftime. And there's Goggins again with 9-yard gain, up to 41 yards, 8.2 run average. Brings up a 3rd and 1 right inside the 50-yard line. And is this going to be another false start? Oh my God.
Mackerel.
On a 3rd and 1.
Still 3rd down.
Wow.
Yeah, Coach Craven has just got to be losing his shit right now.
Yeah, I don't think you could get away with this too much longer facing the number 3 team at their place, and you get a sack. Peterson goes down, and who was that? Randall goes right through, untouched.
When it rains, it pours.
It
Mistakes
sure
like
does.
That just make shit pile on you.
Yep.
Quite a hole. Good stop by Louisiana Tech. I mean, man, they got to be tired trying to slow that Arizona offense down.
And, depending on this return, I think the Bulldogs are going to have good field position. Decent return, about 7 yards, I think. Yep, Steve the Pirate was 7-yard return. But they do get the ball 1st and 10 now at the 33-yard line, and Peterson is out.
Oh, my gosh.
Bring in the 3rd-string quarterback. It says he'll return soon, hopefully. Wow. You could be seeing the 3rd-string quarterback for the Falcons here shortly. Tough run there by Wright, 14 yards. I think with all the injuries, Clint and Pepper, I think with all the injuries here, the Falcons got to be counting their lucky stars that they actually have a lead. Injuries and all the false start. And what was that? That didn't even go to the quarterback.
The next man up mentality.
And LaFleur with the keeper. Oh! Oh! Who was that? Oh, my. Number 13. Number 13. Oh, my God. Number 13, go to the sideline and change your maxi pad.
That was Carl Flatman.
My goodness.
Again.
Oh, and LaFleur wants some more. Oh, my goodness. LaFleur just putting the shoulder down. 54 yards for LaFleur on the ground. Making a statement on this Falcons defense. Oh, my goodness. And again, LaFleur takes the ball. 8-yard run here. 1st and 10 for LaFleur. 62 yards, 7.8 average.
You see, they tried to use a page out of the Air Force playbook there with a little, maybe do an option on the side, but it got shut down.
And now a false start on the Bulldogs now.
Crowd not allowed there.
Still first down.
Yeah, I wonder what the record is for penalties in a game.
And here we go. Bulldogs 1st and 15. LaFleur. Short pass there to Globo Jim for just 1 yard. 2nd and 14 now. Inside the 30-yard line at the 29.
So what parent sees their child and says, what a lovely child, I want to name it Globo? What the hell is that?
And LaFleur gets sacked for 3 yards by Aaron Bernard.
Can you imagine the shit he got growing up? First day of school, Globo. What the hell?
Bueller.
Well, I can think of a couple words that rhyme with Globo.
Oh, here we go.
What a when he got Gamera Powers for 25 yards, 1st and goal on that 3rd down. Now they're in the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. Good tackle there by Coles, but here we go, tough run. Oh, just couldn't turn inside. Grant Wright with 5 yards, 74 yards total, an average of 12.3. Clint. Oh my goodness,
that's incredible. But most of it's been on the back of their quarterback, just balling and knocking people on their ass.
A good deflection there by Powers brings up a 3rd and goal for the Bulldogs, looking to take the lead here late in the 3rd quarter. And LaFleur keeps it and runs over another Falcon defensive player. Unbelievable. LaFleur on this drive has just been wanting to get touched by the Falcons. Just ran him over.
Perfect way to end the drive with LaFleur, the way he's been running this whole series. I mean, he deserved to get that ball, and he just powered his way in. Unbelievable.
Yep, very good drive there by LaFleur. He's pumped up on the sideline, and now the number 3 Bulldogs take the lead 24-21 on the Falcons. And Clinton Pepper, we'll see who comes out at quarterback here.
It's going to be a surprise. The number 3 string quarterback, I don't have him on my roster.
It's going to be Coach Craven with his ponytail.
We'll see if Peterson was able to get back. It said that he had a bruised shoulder. He's kind of fragile already. It does look like it's Peterson, number 7. He is back in the game. Good run there by Peterson.
The bone sticking out on the side.
Peterson's having a good game.
Yeah, he sure is. Coming in, not expecting to play. Crowder there with a good run. That's his 2nd rush there. Brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line here for the Falcons. And nowhere really to run, just 2 yards for Goggins. Brings up a 3rd and 4. And it looks like this Bulldog defense, guys, has really stepped up in the last couple of series.
I think they've settled down, and I think they're starting to get into a rhythm.
Oh, good short pass there to the flat. Hans Gruber not only running, but he's also now catching. To me, he's been the catalyst here for the Falcons getting all their points. He's been doing a great job, Gruber.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and short pass to Goggins, 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 7. Right, I believe, just now in Bulldog territory at the 47-yard line. And Peterson with the keeper. Oh, only 1 yard there.
Yeah, they shut down that option.
Yeah, they have.
He had nothing, nowhere to go.
3rd and 6 now at the 46. And pass is complete to Burks for 23 yards. 1st and 10 now at the 23-yard line of the Bulldogs. Falcons moving finally through. Peterson finally threw the ball. Oh my goodness. And Hans Gruber finding something out of nothing for 4 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 6 with only 15 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get shut down in the backfield, but great effort.
And Peterson looking to pass. There's Gruber. I believe that is Gruber. No, that's Dennis Whitehead for 12 yards.
That was a laser pass, too.
And now if Falcons threatening here with 3 seconds left to go.
Fumble.
Oh, goodness. And Hans Gruber saves the day, loses 4 yards. But that is a crazy play to end the 3rd quarter, gentlemen, with Louisiana Tech up 24, Air Force 21. And here we go. 4th quarter. Still, the Falcons have the ball at the 11-yard line.
Gruber pulled their ass out of the fire on that one.
Touchdown, Air Force. Robert Burks for number 22 for 11 yards. And now the Falcons are back up 27-24, pending the extra point to make it 28-24 Falcons.
It wasn't the prettiest of drives, but they did what they needed to do. And again, Gruber pulled their ass out of a fire, getting that fumble. It could have been a whole different story.
Yeah, I think Pepper. I think Gruber for me is, and now he's hurt, bruised elbow. I mean, I'd have a bruised elbow too. I'm carrying the whole team on my back there, Pepper.
Yeah, Gruber's done a good job today carrying the team, and carrying the whole offense really.
I think they need to. Coach needs to look at his trainer and maybe come up with some different techniques, because whatever they're doing now isn't working. Everybody's falling like cards.
Well, that's because they party in Air Force all the time.
And LaFleur, oh my God, open field. LaFleur's got things going to have over 100 yards by the time this game's over. 13 yards on that play alone, 75 yards total for the game. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 38-yard line. And LaFleur keeps it again, goes nowhere on that one really. Only says 3 yards, but brings up a 2nd and 7 now at the 42-yard line. Bulldogs moving the ball, losing now down by 4. Oh, and what a stiff arm there by Rogers for 9 yards. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
LaFleur could do that fake handoff keeper play and get a positive yardage all night. I mean, defensive line, for some reason, they get stupid when they see that play and run right by the quarterback.
Yep, and that's Pirates' first catch, 6 yards, brings up a 2nd and 4 in the Falcons' territory. And here we go again. Nice pass to number 5, Rogers.
Wrong game.
1st and 10 now. LaFleur with 115 yards brings up a 1st and 10 at the 35. Oh, and a short pass there, 4 yards to Patches. That'll be his 5th reception of the game for 20 yards so far. Brings up a 2nd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Moving the chains here little by little, trying to get a score. They need a touchdown. Field goal, they'll still be a point down with 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. And tough run there by Wright. 5 yards, brings up a 3rd and 2 now.
Let the quarterback run it. Or not.
Oh, good short pass there for Gamera Powers. 7 yards, 1st and 10, right at the 20-yard line. Red zone now for the Bulldogs, going 4 wide.
Here we go.
And there you go. You called it. It's about a 3-yard gain there for LaFleur, now up to 81 yards, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's the only time they stopped them for a minimal gain. Oh.
Nowhere to go for Wright there. Tackled by Josh Johnson for 3 yards loss. 3rd and 10. Now back again to the 20-yard line here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
this is questionable here, Clint. This is questionable.
It's like they were throwing out new plays there because I didn't really see much of that. Yeah, the fake handoff keeper plays were working well and the short passes, but they just went away from it.
Yep, and they're going for it here on 4th and 14. Going for it all. Oh! Open. He missed it. Oh, right in his hands. Pirate drops the ball. Oh, that would have been a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
He split the defenders and was wide open. Turnover on downs. Just under 3 minutes left to go, and the Falcons get the ball back.
Oh, huge run.
Oh, he gone.
Oh, what a run by Peterson. 21 yards now. 1st and 10. Falcons moving the ball to the 45-yard line with just 2:33 to go. Short run there by Boyd Crowder for 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now at the 49-yard line. Yeah, I agree. Why are they hurrying up?
I think they won maybe 2 more first downs in this ball game.
Oh, here we go. They hurried up to the line, but now they're taking their time now.
Coach is hollering them on the sideline.
Did you see the false start?
Not the jump.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Still 2nd down.
I hate to
Don't even
be
know what to
the
say.
offensive line next week in practice with Coach.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, they are the Air Force. They're still kind of being barely considered a military unit.
Jeez. And Whitehead with a 5-yard run there. 4th and 1, and they got a punt. You knew that one false start was going to kill them. And here it is. That false start could prove very, very costly when they were 4th and 1 and gave the ball back to the Bulldogs with under 2 minutes left to go. Let's see what this Bulldog offense can do.
They left too much time. I mean, I know near the 2-minute mark was one. They waited to burn the clock out, but before that, they ran up to the line and snapped it. They could have taken at least 30 seconds off the clock.
Yep, and good play there by Raines of the Falcons. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 20-yard line. 4-yard gain there by Wright. 3rd and 6, very important. I mean, this is all 4-down territory regardless. They're down by 4. They were given a gift by that false start. And there you go. Nice pass there to Powers for 16 yards. 1st and 10. A minute and a half to go at the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Touchdown, though. Field goal's not going to do no good.
Moore keeps it. Big run. Oh, shoestring tackle there. That was possibly a long run there if it wasn't for number 93. LaFleur now with 94 yards, 1st and 10, now in Falcons territory. Good pass, wide open, 81, another first down. That's Jim now with that reception, 152 yards for LaFleur. Cole's in on the tackle. 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the 37-yard line. A minute to go. Right with a reception. 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Now less than a minute. Tick, 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 tick. Here we go.
QB run. Oh, well.
He went out of bounds, right, got no yardage there. It's 4-down territory regardless. 3rd and 3 at the 30-yard line, going full wide here. Globo back spasms. He might be out for the rest of the game. And here you go. Oh! Pirate makes up for his drop on the last drive. And Pirate with the reception with only 46 seconds left to go. The Bulldogs go back on top. 30-28, pending the extra point. It could be 31-28 here with less than 46 seconds left to go.
That had to have been blown coverage because he was just wide open. Incredible. That was another mistake by Air Force.
And it looks like the Bulldogs want to kick the extra point further away than normal. Make it really interesting here. False start. Too much celebration. False start. Delay of game there. Delay of game, just 5 yards. Let's make this even more interesting, and hopefully he makes this. And the extra point is good. And now the Bulldogs go back up 31-28, 46 seconds left to go.
They have their backup returner in, or is that?
No, that's Hans Gruber. Good return again for Gruber there. 28 yards, 42 seconds. And Falcons have all 3 timeouts. Oh, my goodness. Good deflection there by number 5 for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 10, still at the 33-yard line here for the Falcons. Down 3, 39 seconds. Oh, and Peterson keeps it, finding some room. First down, 11 yards for the Falcons. Try to find the sidelines. Oh, and Peterson keeping it. Oh, and he gets sacked. Sacked by number 94. And they call the timeout there to stop their clock. 2nd and 10. Oh, go. Oh, and tipped.
Oh, man.
Tipped by Brandon Sanders. Wow. And Peterson having a good day today, but here we go. 22 seconds. 3rd and 10. 4-down territory. Down 3. Going down the middle. Wide open.
Oh, my gosh.
Gruber. My man of the game, Gruber, 30-some yards, down to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, 17 seconds. And Peterson, bad decision. They're going to have to call a timeout and go for a field goal here. But they're not. No timeout. Oh, my goodness. Are they going to even have enough time? Oh, finally.
What the hell is going on?
Spikes the ball with 3 seconds left to go. And here we go to tie the game up. Oh, no, they're going for it.
Oh, that's ballsy.
Goodness, they're going for it. No field goal to tie the game. All or nothing right here for Peterson. Oh, and it got deflected by Brian Spencer. And what is the ball game, folks? Falcons go for it with 3 seconds left to go. Bulldogs pull it out, stay unbeaten. LaFleur, hell of a game, player of the game for LaFleur, and they win the game 31-28. A very feisty Falcons team go into Louisiana Tech there, Clinton Pepper. Unbelievable last minute and a half of that game.
Maybe I hope the answer is their kicker was injured, because if it wasn't, there's going to be a lot of explaining you're going to have to do why you didn't kick that field goal.
Yeah, definitely. In the good words of Desi Arnaz, Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do. Definitely in that locker room later on.
Was Desi Asian?
He's a little Spanish and Asian, I think. You know, he's a little bit Spasian. You got a little bit of explaining to do, Lucy.
Air Force gave him a good fight, though. I thought, well, that the offensive line let him down with all them false starts.
Yeah, look, and I said it. When that last false start happened and they had to punt on 4th and 1, I think that changed the game right there. That was the game changer. That eventually you knew that those false starts were going to bite him in the ass, and it finally did. Way too many injuries throughout the game. Too many penalties. I agree with you, Pepper. I'm shocked that they even kept it that close with those two things going for them. And that 4th and 1, false start there. I think that was maybe their 7th false start of the game. That's just tough to overcome when you're away at the number 3 team in our league. That's tough to do, and sure enough, it proved a little bit too much.
I'm still shaking my head over the choice to go for it on that last play. I mean, we would have been looking at overtime. Wasn't like it was a really long field goal.
Well,
Right.
I think it was about a 50-yarder.
I don't know if that was
or
50.
49, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I don't know what it would have been.
47-yard line, 47-yard kick.
Yeah, that's doable.
But not for an Air Force kicker, though.
Yeah, well. Jeez.
And yeah, this is an amazing game. I haven't seen a game like this at the last minute and a half than right now. As we look here through all the stats, yeah, Air Force had a couple extra points. Punting wise, they only punted twice. Yeah, Gruber, a hell of a game returning for Gruber. Just unbelievable in the kick return. That and running and being able to catch as well. I feel bad for that young man.
That fumble recovery, too.
Yeah, fumble recovery to clean up the mess. That young man played his ass off today for the Falcons. I would say Peterson would be the second person I would choose for the Falcons to be a player of the game. Coming in cold. Look at their total offense. 392 to 359. Air Force did a hell of a job rushing the ball. Even passing, just about everything had better stats. What killed him was, that call that you're talking about, Clint.
6 penalties. Penalties.
And all 6 penalties were all false starts. All of them.
Yeah. Also looking back, I don't think that Air Force defense was really able to the defense was able to dominate it all. I mean, they looked like the quarterback was having his way running, and it doesn't look like they put a lot of pressure on LaFleur.
Right. Yep. And LaFleur had a good game. First downs, there you go. The only thing that they basically had was, LaFleur again kept it clean. 0 turnovers. Was decent. He rushed for a lot as well. Out of that 170, I know LaFleur, I think last time had when the game was over, I think he had about 94, 96 yards himself. but managed the game just like he did last week. I think O'Houlihan has a good quarterback there. Good field general, knows when to pass, knows when to rush, keeps it clean. And they just they win again. I know it's only week 2, but this was a tough Air Force team coming in here. And again, they were able to find a way to win. And there you go, LaFleur, 23 of 29, 189 yards, 14 carries for 94 yards, 3 total TDs. Great job there. And on the other side, Peterson, Clint there came in and did a good job in for as a second stringer.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think the other quarterback probably had decent stats as well. But the thing about LaFleur is it's not exciting. The offense isn't really exciting, but like you said, it's clean and it's effective, and they don't make a lot of mistakes at all. And it's dangerous. Anybody playing Louisiana Tech is going to be losing some sleep trying to prep for them.
And Pepper, what do you think now? Again, Louisiana Tech making a case for themselves here. It's the number 3 team going in now, moving up, hopefully. We have Old Dominion dropping, of course. We still have UCF ranked number 2, plays tomorrow at Indiana. But Louisiana Tech making a case for themselves to definitely move up to either that one, that fighting for that one spot, pending to see what UCF does tomorrow with Indiana.
Well, can you really say that they dominated this game? Do they deserve to move up? It all depends on what number 4, number 5 does coming up this week.
That's true as well. Thank you for bringing that up, Pepper. Didn't even think about it. Just thinking about the top 3, but yeah, definitely what number 4, 5, and 6 maybe can do. And again, I want to thank everybody in the booth again. Clint, Pepper, thank you, gentlemen, for having me do play-by-play. And that'll be it for Game 2 tonight. And as we move in to Game 3 here with Iowa State facing Washington State, and I will hand it off to Dave Access. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.
Good night.
Thank you, guys. Hey, real quick, before you guys bounce, let me ask you about this next game coming up. Let me start with you, the Greg Soto. Iowa State, close game against Houston last week, taking on a Washington State team that really impressed people in week 1 with their victory against San Diego State. What stands out about this game, and how do you see this game going down?
Well, definitely. Did Washington State actually had to travel to San Diego last week, or was that a home game as well?
No, I'm sorry. Washington State went to San Diego.
To San Diego.
Iowa State went to
Houston.
I think they went to Houston. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
So, yeah, Washington State being at home after winning 34-30, I really do think that Washington here has a good team. Deshaun, they're the QB, and Robinson is a safety, the players to watch. And, they're running a traditional 4-3 defense. We'll see. Iowa State, but Iowa State can put some points up. And, Houston is, Houston's also a tough team and kept it close. Both teams, by 4 or 5 points each. One lost, one won. We'll see what happens. But I think Washington State should be able to pull this off. I think it'll be close, but I think they should pull it off.
Yeah, I think Washington State surprised a lot of teams last week. Clint, how do you see this game going down?
I think it's going to be a close game as well. I'm really intrigued that the Washington State offense using that run balance playbook was effective last week. I love it when people kind of think out of the box and pick playbooks that not many other people run, and it was effective last week, and hope they keep that momentum going.
Yeah. And lastly, over there, Peppers, you're a coach. You haven't had to play either one of these teams yet. They may be on your schedule. I'm not sure. But what do you think about this Iowa State-Washington State matchup?
Well, by the results from last week, I think we're going to have a big offensive game here. Might have one of the highest scoring games in the AACL.
Definitely potential for that. I agree. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for calling the last game. I think Peppers, I think you might be staying with me for the next game. I'm not sure, but for Greg for the Greg Soto and Clint Torres, thank you guys tonight. Appreciate it.
Have a good game, Dave. See you later.
I think Gunny's supposed to come back, ain't he?
Not y'all.
Later, bro.
Charles.
So, all right, folks. We are just getting things set up in Pullman, Washington. I'm not sure if my coach Ives Van Hammer is with us yet or not. I know that he's supposed to be joining us on this crew as well. But in the meantime, Peppers, crazy night so far. Games definitely closer games than last night with all those blowouts we saw. Oh, did I lose Pepper Rogers?
Hey, can I go have a little boys' bathroom break?
Maybe I might let you do that.
All right, give me 2 minutes. I thought Gunny was supposed to do this.
Oh, maybe it's Gunny. I don't have it in front of me. I knew it was one of you.
All right.
No worries. That's hilarious.
A lot closer games tonight, Dave.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I'm sorry. I don't have up in front of me what I need because I'm too busy trying to get this other thing going. So,
Coach Peanut Slaughter here.
There you go. Peanut Slaughter, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. Did you get a chance to watch any of the first games?
I saw a little bit of the earlier game, the one before this one.
Yeah, that was the Syracuse and ECU game. That was a close game.
That was a good game. Yeah, that was a close finish.
Yeah, I like the fact that we're having closer games tonight as opposed to all the blowouts last night. What do you think?
It's going to happen. You're going to have the good weeks and good nights, and it's going to happen. But you should be able to get a good mix of a couple of games, a couple of good games, maybe a blowout. But you should be all right.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to get the all the stuff ready for this next game, and then we're going to head on out there. Is Ives with us yet?
I don't see him in the booth.
Yeah, okay. So it might just be you and me. Maybe Gunny might show up as well. I'm having a hard time getting this defense to switch over for some reason.
I saw Ives in the chat, so.
Was he in there? Okay.
He was.
Let me see. Oh, you know what that is? I just realized something. Hold on one second. I got to fix a little glitch here. We're running a couple minutes behind, but I'd rather make sure we do this right than not do it or do it quickly. Okay, there we go now. Now we got it. Okay, let's see here. Iowa State, Washington State. We're getting ready to go out to the field here momentarily, folks. Just a quick weather update. In Pullman, Washington, it is cold and it is windy. It is 45 degrees and windy. So, yeah. So, Slaughter, is the wind is always an issue in football games, especially when it comes to the kicking game and what have you. But Washington's the home team. You think that they're used to playing and something like that, and they'll be okay, or you think it's going to affect both teams?
It'll affect both teams, but I think it'll be beneficial to Washington State with that run balance. If they can get the run going in the wind and a little bit of rain, they're going to have the advantage. By the way, this Hammer walked into the booth right now, so he's ready to roll, I believe.
Nice. All right. Ives is with us. Ives, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. My car got hung up in the weather. The brakes failed, and I almost died on the way to the stadium, but I'm here.
But the important thing is that you're here.
I won't say how many people were injured on the way here, but I'm here.
Okay. Well, if they have to pay for you to be here, then that's just the payment they're going to have to do, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
It's worth it. Honestly.
It's definitely worth it on our end. I'm telling you that right now. Hey, real quick, before we head out to the field, what do you think about this matchup we have tonight? Number 17, Iowa State traveling to Pullman and checking out number 14, Washington State. Iowa State losing to Houston last week, but Washington State with an impressive win over San Diego State.
Yeah, you got these two teams. I think it's going to be a pretty close game in the end of it. I kind of like Iowa State's chances just to maybe pull up off the upset. You come off a week 1 win. You're always going to be going to that film room with a certain level of determination after starting your season with a loss. I think they're going to bounce back.
All right, well, let's find out, folks. We're about ready to go to the field here in Pullman as you were about to see the Cougars take the field.
Ryan Leaf.
Right. Little pushing and shoving there in the pregame. I wonder if that's a precursor to this game. Everybody, welcome to Martin Stadium here in Pullman, Washington. Iowa State and Washington State about to do the coin flip here. You can see how cold it is with the player's breath. Iowa State chooses tails. It is heads. Washington State chooses to kick. So Iowa State will have the ball to begin this Game 3 matchup. Where's it at? There it is. On our slate tonight, in case you missed us earlier, ECU squeaked by Syracuse 17-14 earlier, and Louisiana Tech did the same thing against Air Force. 2 very close games as the Iowa State quarterback goes under center, handoff off to the right side. Daniel Goldworth, who got hurt in the first quarter last week. Ives, I think that might have been one of the reasons why they lost last week, not having their quarterback for almost the entire game. Or, I'm sorry, their running back for most of the game.
Yeah, I mean, not having your running back in a league like this is very important. I mean, he adds a complete new element to this team. It helps them not be one-dimensional, and it really gives them a lot of variance to their offense.
Yeah, I completely agree. Slaughter, did you see the Iowa State game last week? I don't remember.
I did see the Iowa State game. I'm not sure I remember it 100%, but I did see it.
Yeah, the Fred Hoiberg really had to step his game up there as he takes a 1-yard loss. Slaughter, I think that do you agree with Ives that that was probably one of their biggest downfalls last week, was not having their running back the whole game?
Yeah. It has to be. You got to have a balanced offense to win games, you know. And tonight's a night where you're going to have to run the ball a little bit too, I think.
Well, let's find out as they take it. He's got all kinds of protection. Sit back, nice little pass over the middle for a first down and then some. Tanya Tantrum with a 22-yard reception. Ives right on cue. Hoiberg makes a pass just like he did last week.
A great composure from him to stand in there. You got hit a little bit by the defensive end, but finding his man, good on-target throw, and that's the kind of calm composure you're going to need to win this football game.
Absolutely. As Iowa State, 3 wide, single back from the shotgun in Cougar territory. Nice handoff up the middle, and there we go, Slaughter. Daniel Goldworth making his presence known already, but he's getting up slow again.
Yeah, maybe he's a little bit sore.
Positive yards on that run. Sorry.
Here we go. David Leathers in the chat reminding us this is a rematch of the 2018 Alamo Bowl. David Leathers, who won that game, as Victor Andrews takes a 4-yard rush around the end, and they throw in cheerleaders way up in the air. Ives, have you ever had an opportunity to be thrown around like that, like a cheerleader?
Well, no, I haven't, actually, though some of the people that I may have encountered on my way to the stadium may have had that same experience, though I will not confirm or deny.
There you go. Wide open. Arcaday Leathers, 20-yard reception. Slaughter, Hoiberg picking up right where he left off last week with his pinpoint accuracy.
Nice positive throw right to the corner there, sideline. A nice play there. Positive yards.
Iowa State looking good on this first drive. I guess the wind and the cold not affecting them since they come from Iowa, where it's probably cold and windy as well. From under center, quick drop back. Under pressure, Ives, so he has to throw the ball away there. That's a smart play by Fred Hoiberg.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about forcing a play. It's just about living to the next down and just make the smart play, get rid of the ball, and get the second down.
Absolutely agree. Now they're going to go from the shotgun. Looks like the tight end's in motion. They're going to run a little option, and that did not go anywhere, Slaughter. Looks like the Cougars sniffed that out from the beginning.
Yeah, defensive end was all over it, didn't go for the fake, get in his containment position, and made the play.
Wow, David Leathers letting us know Iowa State losing to Washington State in that 2018 Alamo Bowl, 28-26. Let's see if we have another close game like that here tonight as Hoiberg with the little stutter step, so you know the screen's coming, and if I know it's coming, I'm guessing the defense knows it's coming. Ives, we talk about that almost every single game. That screen pass, that stutter step screen pass, really a bad giveaway.
Yeah, you know, you got to disguise your play calling a little bit more. I liked how they came out in this drive. They were mixing it up. They were aggressive, getting it to the running back and passing, but then they get into the red zone, and the play calling just seemed to completely shift down and got really predictable. Yeah,
definitely got stuttered out there near the end. Iowa State kicks off deep in their end zone. Real quick, let's check the chat. Watching us right now, another TV viewer, Bob Funk, Cliff Allen, Coach Craven, Commander Root, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Droop Dog, Arabs, Frank the Franchise Wade, Hammer Jammer, Ladybug 3, Lana Ray, Ninatella, and Packer Fred. As Washington State's running back takes it around the edge, stiff arms 2 defenders, and he is gone, folks. Jack Marius, there were some shit that we couldn't figure out the other night. What was that, about an 80-yard run down the side? Ives, look at that. Boom, get off me. Boom, get off me. Boom, get off me, and I'm gone. Look at that.
That was spectacular. I really like that. The part he gets stood up in that one spot, completely stands still, and a lot of time running back can kind of lose his rhythm. But now this running back stayed completely calm, just like we were talking about before, and refound that hole, and fantastic run there.
I mean, what a response, Slaughter. They didn't even wait. I think that was the second play from scrimmage, and they said, let's just tie this bad boy up right now.
Right. Nice pitch to the outside, and he just took it home.
Amazing. Another deep kick that's going to be kneeled down. I don't think the kick returners are going to see very much action in this game with 2 really good kickers on these 2 teams. We're all tied up here at 7. 2:22 left in the first quarter. Iowa State back with the ball. 4 wide receivers from the shotgun. Under pressure. Winging out to the right, and he's going to get sacked by 2 Cougars. Fred Hoiberg losing 7 yards. They're going to give the credit to Kyle Hall. Wow, look at that. Yeah, it looks like Hall got it. What was that, Slaughter?
Too good.
Yeah.
Coverage was too good on that play.
Yeah, it was definitely a coverage sack. That quarterback needs to get some wheels if you can't outrun linemen like that.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more decisive on your plays. If the pass isn't there against a pass rush like this, you got to find your check down, or you got to scramble out for a couple yards.
Bob Funk checking in with us real quick. Bob Funk, sorry to hear about your friends passing this morning. We miss you here. Our best wishes and thoughts and prayers to you and your friend's family. Bob Funk not able to be with us tonight due to a friend passing away this morning. So, Bob Funk, thank you for checking in. We appreciate you. And I believe we just saw, was that an interception I just saw?
It was.
It was.
He was inbound.
Got his foot down.
They called it an interception. There you go. Washington State with the first turnover. And we know, Ives, it doesn't take them long to score, so Iowa State defense better watch out.
Yeah, and getting this running game going last week was more of their passing attack that drove their offense, as we're seeing right here.
Oh, and then he fumbles the ball to give it right back to him. Iowa State picks it up, steps out of bounds, and now we're not only even on turnovers, but we're even on some really bad plays there, Slaughter. Great catch, turns, makes a football move. You know what, Slaughter? I think he might have been down.
Oh, I don't know, maybe, but it was a good play by the cornerback to come back and punch that ball away.
Yeah. Oh, they are going to review it. Yeah, I think his butt is down. As we watch this replay, Ives, what do you see here?
Yeah, it looks like he's down. He's definitely down. One thing I wanted to comment on was that ref had some serious gloves. I mean, I didn't think he was supposed to be catching any passes in this game, but I mean, those gloves are intense.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
And the play is reversed. So good call by the officiating crew. So Washington State retains possession. They're up 7-3 in Cyclone territory once again. Here, it looked like they were going to try to run the option there, Ives, but Len Dawson, 4-yard loss. He wasn't going anywhere.
Great job by Len Dawson reading that, getting to the quarterback, and not giving him a chance to pitch it out there. Great play by the defensive end.
He's Brown with a tackle there.
2nd and 14, coming up to about a minute play under center. He's going to take about a 7-step drop, a little screen and pass out to the left side of the running back. That's not going to go anywhere. Slaughter, what's this guy's name again?
James Brown. Ha! Coming to America.
Ha! Jax. We're just going to call him Jax. He jumped back and wants to kiss myself. All right, here we go. Washington State under center again, 3 wide, single back. The back's going out as a receiver, and he's got all day, but here comes the defensive lineman. He throws it away, and Ives, that was a dangerous pass. The closest person in the vicinity was an Iowa State Cyclone.
That was if you were Washington State's coach, that was one that you held your breath for. That was a terrible decision by the quarterback. He's lucky that only ended an incomplete pass. If that ball was just maybe 3 yards to the right, that was a pick.
That was definitely a pick. We're coming down, 36 seconds left. I'm not sure, did that ball, it did go in the end zone. So Iowa State will start at their own 20-yard line with a chance to take the lead on this drive. 4 wide receivers set from the shotgun, single back. The back goes out, he hits him right up the middle, and that Washington State corner, I don't know, maybe linebacker just totally missed the tackle as Daniel Goldworth gets a 16-yard reception. Not great defense there, Ives.
Yeah, no, they played so far off there, left the middle of the field completely open. It looked like 42 was maybe going for the strip there, but either way, just a terrible assignment there, whether it's man or zone. You can't give a guy that much space to work with.
You can't. They're going with the same formation, but this time there's an empty backfield, and he's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Fred Hoiberg losing 8 yards on the play. Number 95, Jimmy Francis with a sack. Slaughter, that was a man sack right there, going through 2 linemen and then killing the quarterback.
Broke through the double team. That's 2nd and 3rd effort there, Dave. That's what makes a play on a defensive line.
That was a great defensive play as we start to wind down this first quarter here. Under 10 seconds to go. Looks like we'll have one more snap as we do. Iowa State, though, again, that quarterback under pressure, Ives. I didn't see who got through the line, but that was about as fast as you can get through an offensive line.
Yeah, I don't know how fast he could have gone through his reads. I think he was just a hike and chuck there.
I think he panicked just a lot a bit. Here we go. Now this is finally the last play. He's going. Is that intercepted? Oh, I thought that was going to be intercepted again. Not a great decision that time by Fred Hoiberg. There's a replay of what is your play of the game thus far. Washington State doing it on both sides of the ball. Great big plays on offense. The defense has given the Iowa State Cyclones a lot of pressure, Ives, but only a 4-point lead to show for it as we go into the second quarter.
Yeah, Iowa State, lucky to only be down 4 points. Washington has done a great job on both sides of the ball, defensively, offensively. I want to see them get back to the run game a little bit. They've only ran the ball once and it went for 75 yards for a touchdown. So
right.
I think get the ball back on the ground and good things are going to happen.
That's not a bad
They
average.
don't want to mess up their average.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a bad average, right? As Warren Moon with a 14-yard punt return, and they go back to the run. This time they just demolished their average now, Slaughter, with that only 4-yard run by Jax.
Got 4 out of it, though.
All right, here we go. Looks like they're going to run a little option. They do. They run it to perfection, but that linebacker came up out of nowhere. That might be the safety, actually. Ives, Beezer, Washingbeard with only a 4-yard rush that looked like it could have gotten the first down at first.
A great open field tackle by him. That's not an easy play to make.
It's not. This time they go up the middle. I'm guessing that's jacked again. Just short, 4th and inches. Way to step up for that Iowa State defense, Slaughter. That's exactly what they needed.
Big hold by that defense. Let's see if they can turn it around here on offense.
All right, here goes the punt. It looks like it's pretty high off to the left. It's deep. Wow, both these teams have both powerful kickers and powerful punters. Field position is going to be interesting to see how that plays out as we go through the rest of this game. We have just under 4 minutes left to play here in the second quarter, so we still have lots of football to be played in our 3rd game tonight. What is this? 4, 5, 6. Game 7 of week 2 as Hoiberg hits tantrum for a 19-yard reception over the middle. This looks like it could be a back-and-forth game, Ives, the way these two teams are playing right now.
Yeah, it's no team's really pulling apart. I think for the Iowa State, they need to start attacking that middle of the field. That's where they've gotten their yards. Washington State seems to be giving that up. So if I'm Iowa State, that's where I'm going.
Well, Iowa State from the shotgun, man in motion, 3 wide receiver set.
Defense.
And he's changing the play. And it's a run up the middle, and he's going to take out a linebacker and get the first down. Daniel Goldworth definitely showing how much Iowa State missed his presence last week, as he just seems to be running over people. And that gives Iowa State their 7th first down already. This time the quarterback, Hoiberg, fakes the handoff and keeps it. It's maybe not a great decision that time, but I don't know that he had much choice.
Yeah, I think he did a good job of getting what he could out of that play. Didn't do anything fancy, but didn't make any bonehead mistakes, and got to second down and maybe can make a play here.
From the shotgun once again, and 4 wide receivers, a single back, and they're going to give it to that single back. And it's Goldworth again. He's up the middle. He's breaking it. He's all the way to the 30 for a 19-yard rush. Slaughter, Goldworth is just destroying this Washington State defense up the middle.
About 24 carat worth right now.
Right? That's a good line right there. I'm going to use that next time. I'm going to use that next game when you're not here, bro. Here we go. 3 wide receiver set. This time they've got a little more of a pro set looking with backs on both sides. This time it goes to Dan Price. I think that's the first time we called his name, with a 9-yard rush. Ives, that was a nice little switch up on the play there. I think that caught Washington State by surprise.
Yeah, I love the design on that play. Got him some open space and a good first down run.
Man in motion from the shotgun again. He gives the halfback. He runs into his own man, but he breaks it. Victor Andrews breaks a tackle from his own lineman and gets a 7-yard rush for another first down. Slaughter, it doesn't seem – Victor Andrews took the bulk of the carries last week since he's the backup. It looks like he's letting everybody know that he's not just a backup. He can still play.
Here he is again, right up the middle.
And what does he do? Right up the middle, takes a Washington State Cougar with him, and Victor Andrews showing what he showed us last week with a run up the middle and a touchdown. And Iowa State on the board. Look at this run, Ives. Look at this. Get off me, sit down, I'm scoring 6.
That's a good example of you pick where you want to go and you don't let anyone get in your way. I mean, that Cougar had no chance to stop him.
That was an amazing run. Yeah, very impressive, Slaughter, as the Cyclones take a 10-7 lead. Frank the Franchise Wade in the chat saying, wow, just got bitch slapped at the goal line. Offense at a glance real quick, 10-7, Iowa State. 3 times as many plays, 50 more yards, 8 more first downs. If you look at this, Ives, you would think Iowa State would have a much bigger lead than just 3 points.
Yeah, those stats really don't tell the tale of this game. Washington State has managed to limit the damage of what Iowa State's been able to do so far.
Washington State with lots of protection. He goes through his read, Slaughter, and he's got to take the outlet receiver for only a 5-yard gain.
It's a positive 5-yard gain on first down. Take that any day, dude.
Here we go. They're tightening up the formation a little bit. They got 2 receivers to the left, tight end to the right, tight end up the middle. They go to the second tight end. J.D. Butler with a 15-yard reception. I believe that's his first catch. Oh, it's second catch. But that's, again, Ives, like Slaughter was just saying, you take whatever you can get on each little play like that.
Yeah, just consistent drive. I mean, that's what Iowa State just did in their last drive, was that consistent, not always a huge chunk play, but just taking 5, 6, 7 yards. That's going to get you a score, and that's what you need to get consistency as an offense.
Yeah. Oh, this time he's under pressure. He gets rid of it. Wow. He was getting crushed. Slaughter, that quarterback was getting crushed. He got rid of it and put a pass right on target to his receiver for a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, great play by the quarterback. They were hanging there.
Len Dawson, the quarterback for Washington State. This time he actually has some time. Picks it out to Jason Holland, but no gain there, Ives. This is quarterback Len Dawson impressing you. He's 6 for 7 for 50 yards so far.
He's I wouldn't say he's impressed me yet, as he throws that one out of bounds on a 3rd down.
On a 3rd down. I retract my previous question.
Yeah. I think he's gotten some completions, he's gotten some incompletions, and he's gotten some yards, but he has not impressed me.
Well, the only impressive thing right now is the leg on this punter, and it looks like he did get it inside the 10. We'll see here in a moment, but that was actually a pretty decent punt as we see a couple highlights. The fumble recovery turnover, the pressure on the quarterback, and it was inside the 20. So 1st and 10 from the 19. Minute and a half left to play in the first half. Iowa State with a 3-point lead from the shotgun. Gives it to whatever it does. Does it really matter what running back to give it to? Because they're just going to run over you anyway. Oh, that's yeah. Is that Goldworth again? Okay. And look at he runs somebody over, and then when he falls to the ground, then he jumps over him.
That's peak disrespect right there.
It is. I got to say, are these? Let me rephrase this other question now. Ives, are the Iowa State running backs impressing you?
Very much so. I mean, all these running backs have been just killing it. We saw Andrews with a touchdown, and Goldworth really has added an element to this running backfield that wasn't there last week. Almost already at their total rushing yards from last week already, and it's only the second quarter.
Wow. Well, that's I guess when you have your starting running back, that helps a little bit. Hoiberg over to Lacey for a 9-yard reception. Looks like Iowa State using the first of their 3 timeouts to kind of slow things down, regroup. Looks like Hoiberg will be under center, 3 wide receiver set, single back. Just a 3-step drop and a little slant across the middle of Arcaday Leathers for a 10-yard reception. I don't know why they're huddling up, Slaughter. They're burning timeouts instead of hurrying up. I don't know if that's smart.
They got time. They got a full minute. They're almost in field goal range. They got time.
All right. Frank the Franchise way. Oh, and then they take all that time and they throw their second interception. Unbelievable. Cedric Barnes with the INT. Ives, at that point of the game, with Iowa State with a chance to go up 10 right before the half, that's a pretty huge interception.
Yeah, that is. I mean, you take the timeouts, put a guy in a huddle, and the advantage to get there is you get to talk to him and calm him down and tell him not to make that kind of bonehead mistake. And yet, there he goes throwing that pick. And it's really a backbreaker for Iowa State because instead of, maybe getting a touchdown, going up 2 scores before half, now Washington State has a chance to answer and tie it up.
Yeah, or maybe even take the lead. Frank the Franchise way, David Leathers, the man above you right in chat, is the athletic director and head coach for Iowa State. He is doing double duty right now. As Washington State looks
Washington State.
Go ahead, Slaughter.
They're going to be content.
Yeah. I don't know, sorry, Slaughter, do you like that mentality? I don't like it. What do you think?
I think that they definitely should have gone for it here and see what they can get out of it. They had 3 timeouts and a minute left, so
yeah,
they should have played this a little more aggressive.
Yeah, Ives, do you think there's some danger in playing not to lose rather than playing to win?
I think playing not to lose is how you lose football games. You're here to win. As one great coach, Herm Edwards, say, hello, you play to win the game. And so when you don't play to win the game, it's, why are you even here?
Well, Washington State backed up even further with a clipping penalty. Cliff Allen on the sideline there, the head coach for Washington State. He's also the athletic director, wearing 2 hats over there. Not happy on the sideline. Ives, Cliff Allen, he was yelling at the refs, but I kind of feel like he should have been yelling at his quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with that. But sometimes, he doesn't want to hurt the young guy's confidence. Figures if he yells at the ref, it makes him look better or something like that. Gets his anger off his chest.
there you go. Cliff Allen, do you need to go to anger management meetings or something? All right, folks, we are at halftime. Iowa State 10-7. Let me go to my crew here real quick. Slaughter, let me start with you. It seems like we saw an awful lot of action for only 17 points in the first half of this game.
Just read my mind, Dave. I was going to say it seems like this game should have had at least double the points scored in this game. Read my mind.
I mean, we saw big plays. We saw some big turnovers, Ives. What's your impression of this first half?
So far, I think both these teams have had really bright points and real dark points. The defensive line for Washington State has been fantastic, forcing a lot of these turnovers, a lot of these poor plays from Iowa State. I think for Iowa State, you just got to stick with this ground game. That's where it's been working for you. Last week they had the 3rd lowest time of possession of any team in week 1, and controlling the clock, controlling the ball with the run game, it's going to get you a win.
Well, time of possession even here, as well as the rushing yards. What's not even is the passing yards, the turnovers, and the score, all in Iowa State's favor, depending on how you look at it. Slaughter, I believe Iowa State started with the ball, if I'm not mistaken. So what do you expect from Washington State here to begin the second half?
I'm hoping that they come out and run the ball a little bit more. I don't think they've run it enough. We've got a run-balanced offense. Let's balance it up.
Well, here we go. Another kick that's deep, which I'm not very happy. I might have to go through all the kickers and lower their what do you call it? Not the accuracy, but the power, the kick power. Because I don't like. I wanted all these returners to be returning kicks. I don't like that. All right, here we go, folks. Washington State going to be under center. Lots of big boys up on the line. It looks like an I formation. It looks like they're going to use that blocker, and Jackson's going to get a 9-yard rush. Ives, a little bit of what you and Slaughter were talking about. Washington running the ball.
Yeah, and Jack, whatever his name is, Jack.
Jacks.
You're slowing the game down a little bit. I mean, you're only down by 3, so just force Iowa State to play your run game, and then you can hit him over the top with that play-action pass.
I think I can at least get his first name down, Jack Marius. I think that's what I'm going to call him from now on. I'm not even going to attempt that last name.
Trax is his last name, I think.
Yeah, but try saying that whole thing while you're trying to announce the game really fast. 4-yard rush by Jack Marius. He's got 100 yards now. Of course, most of that was on one run earlier at Slaughter, but nonetheless, any running back, you get over 100 yards, that's kind of like your milestone that you're shooting for each game, right?
This is what they needed to do right here, is keep moving the ball, positive yardage on the run.
Now we go 3rd and 2. A couple 4-yard runs by Jack Marius. Let's see if he can get a third. And he will be stopped just short, 4th and inches. He got a 4-yard gain, a 4-yard gain, and when he needed 2 yards, he could only get 1 9/10. And now Washington State forced to punt once again. Cyclone returner back. He's fair catching, and another punt, another kick into the end zone. Ives, we're just not going to see any returners this game, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that all these kickers and punters that may need to get drug tested after this game, they're really booting this a little too far.
I agree with that.
Nice little. Is it steroids or because it's Ohio?
It's yes.
Yes.
Inside handoff there, but I think that's a 2-yard loss by Goldworth. That wasn't going anywhere, Ives.
Not much he could have done there. There was about 4 or 5 Washington State defenders there, so loss of 2 is a good gain on that.
Well, they spread him out this time, and they go back to Goldworth anyway. This time he gets a 5-yard rush. That's probably more of what they need to do, Slaughters. Kind of spread everybody out, get the defense spread out, and let your running backs just cram it up the middle.
So they've been doing is cramming right up the middle.
Yep, they do that a lot in this league. There's the stutter step and the screen pass that everybody in the AACL, North America, and worldwide can read all at the same time, and a 1-yard loss to Daniel Goldworth. That's like my least favorite play in this game, and there's got to be, thousands of plays in this game, and that's my least favorite.
Yeah, I think my great-grandma knew what that play was, and she's blind. So
and
I think they need to switch it up a little bit.
I agree. I think mine knew, too, and she's dead. So, I mean, what does that tell you? All right. So Iowa State having to punt once again. I got to be honest. I saw all these fireworks at the beginning of the game. I thought we were going to be in for a barn burner. But this is starting to turn into a turnover and punt fest. Warren Moon with an 8-yard return. Ives, they kind of tricked us a little bit at the beginning of this game, thinking we were going to get a lot of action.
Yeah, it's really slowed down in the second quarter and the second half. An interesting fact about AACL is the teams who have gone to the halftime with the lead are 7-4 in week 1.
Nice.
So we'll see. Hopefully, Iowa State, for them, they hope that they keep that trend going.
Keep that trend going. Jack Marius that time with a nice run up the middle and a first down. Washington State under center. I formation. I love watching the I formation, especially when you have a really good tailback, which they give the ball this time. He's got a wide open hole there off tackle with an 8-yard rush by Jack Marius. Slaughter, that was a pretty run play.
Nice plays, but they keep pulling guards. So you're going to see another guard pull here. Let's see if they can get the first.
Well, let's see what happens. Almost identical play. This time, though, he goes up the middle. 5-yard rush. He does get the first down. So back-to-back runs by Jack Marius, impressive. Washington State into, about the 32-yard line of Iowa State. And now there's a run around the side. That's the other running back. Oh, no, that's Jack Marius again. I thought that was a different number. For a 12-yard run, Ives, this is what Washington State needs to continue to do.
Yeah, they're playing it safe. They're just pounding with Jack Marius. So far, Iowa State has not had an answer for him in this game.
Well, there's a 4-yard rush by Jack Marius again. I think that's about, 6 straight touches for him. Here they come again, under center in a hurry-up offense. He's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Jack Marius again. I believe that's the 7th consecutive touch up the middle for a 6-yard gain, just short of the first down. He looks a little winded, Slaughter, though. When you give the ball to your tailback 7 straight times, he's going to be a little winded.
Yeah, I'd give it to the fullback right here and run it up the middle, get that first.
And that's it. That's Jack. Is that Jack Marius? Oh, the Dominic Carter that time. The other halfback. They had 2 halfbacks and a fullback in there. And so that was a nice little change-up again. Ives, like we talked about earlier, show them something they hadn't seen yet, and they score a touchdown.
Yeah, I love that drive from Washington State. They kept it consistent. They didn't play passive, but they didn't get overly aggressive. And like you said, they switched it up, gave them some looks they weren't expecting, and that was really a textbook drive there to take the lead.
It really was, and it took a lot of time off the clock. I didn't see the time, but it was a few minutes for sure, which in this league is a lot of time. Another deep kick. Slaughter, impressive drive by Washington State there. Thought we were getting a little music there. I thought DJ was popping or something. Iowa State about to respond from the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can have the same running success, if you will. Daniel Goldworth, a 5-yard rush there off the left side. Ives, you think Iowa State see something that Washington State did that they like, and they're going to try to do the same thing?
I think maybe. I think Iowa State, they should stick to the run game. That's been where they've had their strength, is in that run game and those short passes over the middle. When they pass the boundaries and outside the hashes, it's not worked out well for them. So I think if they keep it straight up the middle of this Washington State defense, I think they have them right where they want them.
Yeah, that last play just proved your point as they threw a little pass to the right side for no gain. This time they come with a pass up the middle. Oh, it was dropped. So now the Cyclones forced to punt again. As we double-check the chat, another TV viewer, Commander Root Dave Axes, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Droop Dog, Arabs, Frank the Franchise Wade, Gunny, Hammer, Jeff Gagne, Ladybug 3, Lana Ray, Ninatella, and Packer Fred, all in the house. Thank you for joining us tonight in the All-American Coaching League. This is our 3rd of 4 games for tonight, game 7 of 12 in week 2, as you see the 17th ranked Iowa State Cyclones traveling to the 14th ranked Washington State Cougars. We've had definitely a grind them out game so far, as Washington State has kind of taken the momentum here in the second half, and it's been all on the ground.
Yeah, they've kept, they keep this up-tempo pace, tiring out Iowa State, but they're keeping it very simplistic, just hard-nosed football. Yep,
and this time, though, under center. They got blitz. He gets rid of it, though. That's the second time we've seen Dawson under pressure with a defenseman in his face and put the ball on target. Ives, is he impressing you on that one yet?
He's starting to impress me a little bit, his composure getting in there, but he couldn't be doing this without his running backs.
Yeah, it's true. He's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. It looked like it was going to be a run play. He calls for a pass play, and he throws it out to Dominic Carter for a 9-yard reception. Dominic Carter is the halfback who scored the touchdown on the last drive. That's the end of the third quarter, 14-10, Washington State. You see all the people in Pullman getting their fours up. Slaughter, Washington State looking like they are going to put together another drive like they did the last time.
Let's get this first down first and see where it goes from here. But yeah, absolutely.
There it is.
Pushing the ball down the field.
Yep, Jack Marius with another 5 yards. He's at 166 for the day. Ives, he's almost averaging a first down per carry.
He's had this Iowa State's defense's number in this game. He has been pretty much unstoppable outside of a couple of runs. I mean, that one right there, obviously, announcer's curse. But he's been the lifeblood of this Washington State offense.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. He was getting up slow, but he's not hurt. He looks like maybe he's just winded. Quarterback under center, but he got a 7-step drop. Connor going out to the side. Now he sees it way down, in the end zone. Throws up a bomb. He had a receiver, unfortunately, Ives. He also had a defender right in front of him, and he throws an interception.
Yeah, it's basically an arm punt there, but it's a gut punch to turn it over after such a successful drive there for Washington State. Give Iowa some momentum. now this defense got a hold.
Yeah, Slaughter, are you a little surprised Washington State got away from the run those last couple plays?
Got to mix it up once in a while, Dave. I think their running back was tired, so they tried to get a throw out of him to give him a little bit of a break. Bad throw.
Yeah, it was a really bad throw. And it's not like he had any pressure. He had all day sitting on the side. He probably could have ran for a first down instead of forcing a bad throw. But now Goldworth around the outside doing a little dancing for an 18-yard rush. Daniel Goldworth there straight-arming his own offensive lineman, actually, saying, "Get out of my way, big guy." Ives, that was an impressive run around the end.
It was an impressive run. And also another interesting statistic. We have two conflicting statistics because we mentioned earlier the team that was leading at halftime 7-4 in week 1.
Yeah.
Well, the team that that won the third quarter is 7-2.
That won the third quarter, as in scored more points in the quarter, or
scored more points, as in whoever scored more points in the third quarter alone was 7-2.
Wow.
And teams that were down and scored more in the third quarter were undefeated.
And that's Washington State right now, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
So Iowa State has two conflicting statistics, one going for them, one going against them. Yeah. So one of these is going to get proved true.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, let's find out. Washington State was down at halftime. They took the lead in the third quarter, outscored them, 7-0, I think it was, right? So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, from the shotgun, Hoiberg just going to throw that ball away. Good coverage by the Washington State secondary there at Slaughter to force him to throw the ball away.
Good decision by the quarterback on that play.
3rd and 11, again from the shotgun. What a bullet right up the middle. Oh, Fred Hoiberg had the man open. It looked like he had his hands on it. Ives, I couldn't see if the receiver dropped it or if it got broken up by a defender.
I think that was just a massive hit by number 4 there to jar it loose. Hoiberg, props to him for trying to fit into that tight window, but 3 or 4 Washington State defenders around there. It's a hard one for the receiver to come down with.
Well, the Iowa State punter aiming for the corner there. It looked like he almost got the corner, but it just goes into the end zone. Washington State will pick things up at their own 20-yard line. They have a 4-point lead under center. They're still abandoning the successful run game, and they're trying to throw another long pass, and it's going to be another. Oh, I thought that was going to be another interception. Ives, I don't understand the play calling here for Washington State.
Yeah, did the coach start drinking? Did he, get distracted by the cheerleaders? I don't know what's happening, but the coach does not know what he's doing right now. He has to get back to the consistency. What was working in the third quarter, which was the ground game with Dak Marius or whatever the heck his name is.
Whatever the heck his name is. I don't know. Cliff Allen, I don't see him in the chat. I guess we could have asked him. But that time, Slaughter, they were successful in the pass. So those short, medium passes, they seem to be okay, but the long pass is just not working out for them. And, of course, as soon as I say that, they get a 28-yard reception to Warren Moon. How do you feel about this passing game by Washington State there, Slaughter?
I've been waiting for Warren Moon. He was the player of the game last week in the game. I was waiting for him to get going, and maybe this might be the time.
Well, here they go. Washington State going to Deshaun under center again. Great protection again. Ives, you got to give props to this Washington State offensive line tonight.
Yeah, they've given their quarterback plenty of time to throw and pick apart this secondary. In the run game, they have made the holes for Jack Marius to be able to get the yards he has.
Well, this time they'll be under center again, single back. 3 wide receivers set with a tight end pulled back, it looks like. And they're going to hit one of the receivers coming across the middle, Jason Holland, for a 13-yard reception and a first down. That was actually a great-looking play. Washington State throwing in some motion, trying to confuse the Iowa State defense, and it looks like it worked as he comes under center one more time. This time a quick slant to Jason Holland. Again, back-to-back Ives to Jason Holland. And if they're running this hurry-up, and it's all going to Jason Holland right now.
Yeah, right now they're finding a secondary strategy to be able to cut this Iowa defense apart. I mean, they were cutting them down on the ground. Now they're finding some rhythm in the air. Mixing those two together, and they're going to be a really tough team to stop.
Unfortunately, they're also mixing in a false start from the offensive line. Who's the offensive line? I think that's their first mistake tonight, so you can't get on them too much. But that does back them up. 2nd and 5, nothing terrible. Still within field goal range as well.
Stop the clock, dude.
And it did stop the clock, though, which is a bad thing. Good call. Good eye there, Slaughter. And look at that. From the shotgun, and who do they go to once again? Number 87, Holland again. Len Dawson, 14 of 19, 154 passes. And what was that, Slaughter?
Big boy tight end there.
Yeah. And there you go, Jack Marius right up the middle. And I got to say, Ives first, how impressive I am with the balance. They are succeeding through the air and on the ground.
Yeah, they have found that rhythm that was eluding them in the first half, and they came out in the second half, started with that ground attack with Jack Marius, got that rolling, and then started throwing it, and we started scratching our heads a little bit, but obviously the coach, whatever beer he was drinking, makes his brain work better, because the passing attack was nice in that time.
Apparently it does. Slaughter, it's a 2-possession game now. 2 minutes to play. You're down to 2 timeouts. Iowa State's just going to start chucking the ball here, you think?
I think you got 8-10 plays to get down the field. This is not a good call.
No, it looked like they were showing pass, tried to trick the defense, and give it to Goldworth at the middle. It did not trick the defense at all. And the clock is running. They're pretty nonchalant for a team, Ives, that's down 2 possessions.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit more urgency. You down 11 points with under 2 minutes to go. You only have 2 timeouts. You got to start getting in that hurry up. You got to start taking some chances. You have nothing to lose right now.
And there's that dumb screen that I hate so much. Gets them 6 yards, but now they're in 3rd and 4. 4 wide receiver set, extra tight end, empty backfield. He's going long down the sideline, and he overthrows his receiver, whoever that was, Kyle Collins, with the pressure on Fred Hoiberg. It's 4th and 4. They're going to have to go for this, Slaughter, right?
Got 4 down territory all day.
Here we go from the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set, single back. Let's see what they can do here. And they blitz him, and he throws the ball away on 4th down. Ives, that was the worst and last thing that quarterback could do right now.
Yeah, as a coach, you tell your quarterback in that situation, the last thing you can do is take a sack or throw it away. And he got that little bit of pressure off the edge, and he just got trigger happy and overshot his receiver, and that is a backbreaker for Iowa State.
That's absolutely crazy. There's Cliff Allen right there ordering another beer. I don't know if we have any. No, we don't see him in the chat. I was going to ask him what kind of beer he's drinking, but we don't have any confirmation yet. As I'm assuming that's Jack Marius with another carry through the left side, a 12-yard rush, and another first down. Slaughter, is that the ball game?
Over, Dave.
Yeah. As my boy Freddie likes to say, Dandy Don coming down the hallway to sing the party's over. And this party is definitely over. Yep, turn out the lights. And look at that, Ives. Jack Marius goes over 200 yards rushing.
This has been at least a player of the week candidate performance from Jack Marius. Fantastic. He put the team on his back, and probably going to get another touchdown here if they snap the ball.
Will they snap the ball? Of course they're going to get another false start. That's a lot of false starts tonight compared to last week and even last night. Tonight's been a little crazy.
Still 2nd down.
Maybe the offensive line was sipping a little bit of the beer of the coach. It has its upsides, it has its downsides. You gotta live and die by it.
Well, there is the final knee, I believe. Washington State not trying to put any more points on the board. Down to 20 seconds, folks. Ives, pretty impressive second half, and one of your stats is ringing true with Washington State. What was it, down at halftime, but outscored them in the 3rd quarter?
That's right. Like any good soothsayer, you always have a prediction that's true no matter what side wins. And so Washington State, proving one of those stats true. Great performance by them in the second half, and great job by their coach to keep them in it.
I agree. I think that at halftime, Slaughter, where this game was only, 10-7 Iowa State, and Washington State really only had the one big play in the first half. I think it was questionable, but Washington State really came out in the second half and mixed things up. They ran the ball well, they passed the ball well, and they shut out this Iowa State team in the second half. Slaughter, Iowa State going scoreless in the second half.
Washington State really dominated the second half of this game, and it was a steady domination. It wasn't anything flashy. Steady, and just did what they had to do to keep moving the ball, getting it down the field.
As we're looking at some of the highlights, there's Goldworth with his man's touchdown, dragging a Washington State defender in with him. Jack Marius, though, was the man tonight. Over 200 yards rushing, a couple touchdowns, one humongous play that went for, 60, 70 yards. And just a great all-around performance by Jack Marius for sure.
I think we just saw the player of the week, possibly.
That's very possible. That is very possible. He's definitely going to be player of this game. As we start to go through the stats real quickly here before we wrap up, let's see. Player stats. Actually, hold on. I'm going to back out of that. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to team stats first. All right, so team stats, 21-10, obviously. First downs in favor of Washington State. Obviously, the rushing to Washington State. Passing yards, not too terribly off. Look at that, folks. You guys, third down conversion, 1 for 8 for Iowa State. That's a killer.
Yeah, you can't win a football game when you go 1 for 8 on third down.
Let's see. Turnovers 2-1. Let me see. Anything else exciting? There's your total yards. Definitely dominated by Washington State. And time of possession, a few more minutes. Not terrible. Washington State with all the penalties, I think they were all false starts. Iowa State playing a clean game, penalty-wise at least. So I guess that's something to hang your hat on. As we go to look at the player stats, there's your Washington State quarterback, Len Dawson, 14 of 19, 154, no touchdowns, interception. I guess he wasn't impressing you, Ives?
He did enough to get his team to win, and you don't have to have a great game, and sometimes your stat line doesn't really translate for what you did for your team. And he made some key plays, especially that drive there in the fourth quarter, with him and Holland hooking up. He did enough to get his team to win, and I think the key stat for him was that high completion percentage. Consistent, moving the ball, getting positive yardage on most plays.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you caught it, Slaughter. Jack Marius, I think he took a loss on one of those last plays that knocked him down from 204 to 200, but he still got his 200 yards, so definitely in the player of the week conversation.
I would say he's right at the top right now. I haven't seen every game and every player, but I would say he's right at the top of that list this week. And can we just all agree that Ives is not easily pressed?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that we could say that. Although, let's ask him, Ives, did Jack Marius impress you today?
Jack Marius did impress me. He did. I thought he had a great game. Right, I think that I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't get that last touchdown. So something he should have worked on a little bit in the film room. He always has some room for improvement. But I think he had a pretty good game.
Well, the Iowa State quarterback didn't have a good game either, so both quarterbacks faltered. But Goldworth did have over 100 yards rushing, so both running backs carrying the weight of their offense, both quarterbacks playing subpar today. As we're rushing through the rest of these stats real quick to get to our post game. Slaughter, what stood out to you the most tonight other than Jack Marius running for 200 yards? What else stood out to you in this game overall?
I think at some point the coach decided he was going to coach for the Cougars decided he was going to run the ball, and nothing really got in their way. They weren't able to stop Jack Marius as he ran over him for 200 plus yards.
Ives, what about you?
Yeah, I think this defense for Washington State really kept them in it, especially in the first half. The pressure from the D-line to throw the quarterback off balance, force those turnovers. And I remember early in that first half, we talked about how lopsided it looked for Iowa State, and somehow they were only up 10-7. That was credit to the Washington State defense, putting them in position to be able to come back in the second half.
Absolutely, and as you see here in the post-game stats, Washington State taking every category, tied for first downs, but took every other category. As we move to the players of the games, of course, Jack Marius is your offensive player of the game for Washington State. 24 carries, 200 yards, and 2 touchdowns. On the defensive side of the ball, Cedric Barnes, 3 tackles and an interception. For Iowa State, the other halfback, Daniel Goldworth, 13 carries, 102 yards, 3 receptions for another 21 yards. And Richard Johnson, the corner, 4 tackles, a tackle for loss, and an interception. Over 300 yards between the two running backs, you guys. Pretty impressive night from the running backs, but what an awful night by the 2 quarterbacks.
Someone has to falter, so I guess it's the quarterback's turn this time. The running backs took the show, and it was a great show tonight.
Well, we're going to get –
offensive linemen.
Go ahead, Slaughter. I'm sorry.
was going to say the offensive line on both teams really had good games as they opened wide holes for the running backs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that wraps up Game 3 of 4 tonight. Washington State beating Iowa State 21-10. Iowa State drops to 0-2. Washington State moves to 2-0. Our last game on the slate tonight is the 24th ranked Central Michigan team, which has not been impressive at all, traveling to the number 21 Marshall team. Ives, I believe you have the play-by-play on this, and Yogi Barr will be joining you. I'm not sure who the third wheel is. As I check the schedule real quick, it is – it's supposed to be Gunny. So if Gunny doesn't come back, we'll have somebody jump in. But if he does, then there you go. But in the meantime, Ives, you take it away with Yogi. Thanks for being with me on the last game, and take it away.
Thank you, Dave. Welcome to the nightcap performance between – it's the trash bowl here between CMU and Marshall. Yogi, what do you think for these two teams that come off, obviously, their 2 losses week 1? Let's start with CMU. What do you think they need to do tonight to be able to switch the tide from week 1?
Henry Winkler's got to open it up. They're going to have to do some damage in the passing attack, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Vince Dooley, I think you're our third guy, at least for now. For Marshall, it's gonna. I don't know anyone's name that's in here. I know Dave's. I know no one else. So Gunny, for Marshall, what about them? Obviously, they lost 23-16 week 1. What do they need to do to change that around and get a win this week?
Marshall just need to be. I hope they're still not shell shocked from the way they lost last week's game on the last play of the game on a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's always something that can linger to the next week. Interesting thing about these two teams, both these teams won the first downs, rushing yards, passing yards, and total yards in their respective games, yet lost on the scoreboard. How do you think, I'll start with you, Yogi, how do you think that's going to translate to tonight? Do you think that these teams are maybe a little underrated from what we think?
It's looking like it. We're going to find out tonight. Somebody's got to step forward and move up that list.
What about you, Gunny? What do you think about this?
I agree. I believe there's going to be some good, a lot of passing yards today. Each quarterback seemed to have a good passing yards from scrimmage last week.
Yeah, they both did. Obviously, we have the two athletic directors, Dave Access for CMU and Bo Martin Jr. for Marshall. Head coach for CMU's Justin Wade. And they're running that CMU multi-offense with the 4-2-5 defense. So really geared towards stopping that pass, hopefully. Obviously, Henry Winkler and Michael Spencer, they're stars. And then Marshall, you got Coach Dees Knudsen and Coach Klein, and their offense and defense both run that multi-scheme. Do you see any holes? I'll start with you, Yogi. Do you see any holes with these two schemes? Do you see any spots where maybe they don't line up well or they line up well to attack each other?
I think Central Michigan is going to have that 4-2-5, so they're looking to shut Drake down. Andy Dake, I'm sorry. We're going to find out about what Marshall has to put a stop on Henry Winkler. But, the fines can always roll.
That is definitely true. You got to slow down these two passing attacks, force them to run. Especially Marshall only had, I think, 43 yards on the ground week 1. That's not their strength, obviously. And as we're hearing that it's 30 degrees and raining in Huntington, Virginia, for Marshall. So, Gunny, how do you think that the rain is going to affect these two teams? Obviously, they're more of a passing attack for both these teams.
Depending on how heavy the rain is, it might not hamper the passing game at all, but the ball will get a little heavy the wetter the ball may be.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think Marshall might have a little bit of an advantage there. Obviously, they had 108 yards as I'm looking now on the ground in week 1. So a heavy rain game might favor Marshall a little bit. What do you think, CMU? How do you think they're going to adjust, Yogi, to to having the rain.
Well, like Gunny said, it's just going to depend on how much the rain's going to hamper that quarterback. But somebody's going to have to step up if it's raining hard. If it's a sloppy field, it's definitely going to be a mutter game, and we're going to have to find out what that running back for Central Michigan can do.
Getting ready to go to the field here for CMU and Marshall. We'll get to find out how this rain is. You see the herd getting out of their tunnel.
It's cold.
It does look cold. We can feel it up here in the booth. So looks like a good amount of rain, not pouring, but it's nice chilly day here in Marshall, Central Michigan. Flying all the way out here to take them on Jones C. Edwards Stadium here. Look at the chat, see who we have here. We have obviously Access. We have another TV viewer, our favorite viewer here at the AACL, Art Vandelay, Cliff Allen, Commander Root, Dave Access, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Droop, Harb, or whatever, Gunny, McGuire, Hammer, Ladybug, Lenara. These are the worst names ever. Nina and Packer. As Marshall's going to get the ball first, it's going to be 1st and 10 here from about their 35-yard line. It's going to be a pass, a good pump fake, and then he's going to throw it deep.
Oh, what a
catch.
catch.
Of the game. What a catch. Yogi, what do you think about that play call?
That was a great catch. They're going for it. The rain must not seem like it's going to affect them at all.
Andy Dake slinging the ball for the herd, and they're going to run it now on 2nd down. It's going to be a gain of 7. Gunny, what do you think about this kind of an aggressive attack out of the gate for the herd?
I believe Marshall is playing in memory of the fallen Marshall herd from November 14th, 1970 plane crash. I believe Bruce Ruffin is inspiring the Thunder and Herd this evening.
I agree with that. They definitely are thundering right now as that pass was incomplete. Intended, I think, for the tight end. As Dake is going to look across. It's going to be complete to number 88. That's going to get them a 1st down. Curtis Gay on the reception. Yogi, they're moving at a pretty good clip right now. For CMU, how do you adjust to this?
You got to find out what the tendencies are here, and it's just been a few plays, but it looks like they're going to air it out.
It certainly does. That one was a little bit over the receiver's head and incomplete. Probably better suited for an incomplete pass as the defender had good coverage. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the herd.
The herd looks crisp.
They do look really crisp right now.
There we go.
He's going to throw out of the backfield to his running back. Bubba Dacius for a 9-yard reception. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Take what they give you.
That's what they're doing right here. 3rd and 1 coming up. They're going to keep in that hurry up. 3 receivers. And
he's
he's
still to the air.
Still to the air. And down to the 5 or 4-yard line is Philkit Owl. Gunny, what do you think of this herd? What do you like? Are you liking what you're seeing?
It's hard to keep up with them. They're moving down the field. They've only had the one negative play, which was the incomplete pass.
And touchdown.
To Juan Handed. And great drive right there. 5 of 7, 60 yards for Dakin. Obviously the touchdown. Marshall striking early and striking quick in the rain here.
Dake had control. Dake had control the whole drive.
They had complete control. Exactly what you said. I mean, they look like a completely different team from week 1. If you're Central Michigan, how are you going to start your drive?
They're going to have to come out with some thunder themselves.
The defense for Marshall looked like they had no answers for CMU. As the kick is going to be away, and we're actually going to get a return here. It looks like he's going to take it from about his 1-yard line and take it up to about 25, 26-yard line. Nick Vandermullen on the return. Gunny, for CMU, what would be your keys to attacking this Marshall defense?
They just need to go downfield, and if Marshall keeps playing the way they're doing, they need to get down there and get some points.
Nice run.
For CMU to start this game, that's Roland. So nice they had to name him thrice.
There's your answer.
Run, and a good answer it is. Yogi, do you think that this running game needs to be a key part of their offense to win tonight?
Yeah, they're going to have to use it to set up a pass, I think, in this field conditions.
Yeah, we have some good amount of rain. Obviously, CMU only had 48 yards rushing last week. As that somehow gets away from the defender,
pass off,
and he's gone. That's a touchdown for CMU. We're having some fireworks and fly like an eagle. Definitely flew like an eagle there. That's a touchdown, 57 yards, and CMU answers right back.
They used that run to open it up. I told you.
They definitely don't know what 39 was doing right there, but he was running the wrong way.
The quarterback just got that off. Winkler just got that off before he got plastered.
That's some, as a quarterback, Gunny, what is it like to, get hit in there and keep your composure and throw? How hard is it to get that pass off in that situation?
I think he closed his eyes and just let it go. He let it fly.
And he let it fly like an eagle. As this one's going to be returned from about the 6 for Marshall. They're going to get up to about the 25-yard line. Marcus Hall.
They didn't get quite the return they had on the first kickoff.
Not quite the return. See how they respond to having a little bit rougher field position. It's a first down play. It's going to be a fake the handoff and throw it over the top.
They continue to go to the air.
What do you think about that RPO there, running the RPO against CMU?
It's working. So far, so good.
It's looking nice.
Defensive haven't shown up tonight.
They have not. That one's going to be dropped. I think that's the first casualty of the rain we've gotten tonight.
Sure seems like it.
Don't really think that one would have gone too much else. Would you just keep slinging it, Gunny, or would you try to mix in the run?
I believe they'll mix in the run a little bit. If the passing's working, keep moving in the air.
Maybe they shouldn't have.
No. Maybe not. Bubba Dacius went backwards there. A loss of 5. 2 defenders there. I don't know where the blocking was, but they're 2-2 for third down. So, that means they have a 100% chance to convert this one, right? 3rd and 15 for the Herd. Good protection. Plenty of time. He's going to throw it to the sideline, and that's going to be almost
should have been a pick 6.
Now, if you're Connor Johnston, what are you thinking right now, Yogi?
Yeah, they didn't like that at all. Central Michigan's got to make that hurt.
Yeah, that could have been a pick 6 if he had come down with that, as this is a weak punt. I don't think that went 25 yards. As that one went out, it's going to leave Central Michigan in great field position. Now Central Michigan has a great position to take the lead now, Gunny.
Yeah, good field position already. Starting on the drive on the 43-yard line, and the first play, almost over 15 yards right there.
Rolling's almost matched last week's whole running total already.
I think that their offensive coordinator made a focus of running the ball this week, because rolling is rolling this week. It's 1st and 10 now for CMU.
We haven't had an offsides yet.
We have not, as this one's going to go back to rolling, but he only rolls for about 3 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
3 carries for 36 yards. That's a 12-yard average. That's a good start to a ball game for anybody.
Definitely is. Empty set here for the quarterback, and he's going to take it, bring the blitz and the pressure, and that's going to affect him. And Henry Winkler could not get a clean pass off. That's going to be incomplete pass there. Gunny, what would you do here on 3rd down?
I believe it's going to be a pass play. Winkler threw the ball 42 attempts last week, so I see a lot of passing out of the Chippewa's offense.
And they went with a screen. Should have gone downfield.
There was
wasted that good field position.
Yep,
no yard gain at all.
They're going to have to punt it away.
Trying to pin them deep. Nah, going in the end zone.
Yeah, maybe the ball slipped off his foot a little bit in the rain. It does affect stuff. Marshall coming out here. And now all of a sudden, you got 2 punts back-to-back from each of these teams. What do you think Marshall needs to do? Do they need to switch it up or stick to what they've been doing?
I mentioned something about the defenses not showing up, and then all of a sudden both defenses showed up when they needed it the most. Looks like Marshall's going to continue with the passing attack here.
It does, and as they're going to drop back, throw it to the near side, that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, dropped. Should have been caught.
Definitely should have. Gunny, 3rd and 4 here. Would you run it? Would you pass it? What are you doing if you're the coach?
I see Andy Dake throwing the ball some more. Throwing.
Very astute observation there, and he threw it out of bounds. It's going to bring a 4th down. Now we've had 3 straight punts after that electric start.
The kid's got a strong arm, but he's got to control it.
Yeah, he has to learn to bring that in a little bit, as CMU is going to take the return, and he's fly like an eagle is only going to get a few yards. Offense is going to come back out again in great field position. Yogi, what are you liking here for CMU?
They got to go with rolling.
They do. I agree with that, which is, I think this is one of my favorite names to say, because it's just, you want to say over and over and over.
Yes.
As that's almost picked on 1st down. Winkler, not the greatest decision-making early in this game. I agree with you, Yogi. Just stick with rolling. 2nd down 10, pass is going to go underneath, and he's going to shake off a defender and get close to a 1st down, but that's going to be inches to go. Rodney Anderson with the catch. Gunny, this CMU doesn't seem to know whether they want to commit to the run or commit to the pass. How are you liking how their offense is looking so far?
They came out heavy that time. They picked up that 1st down.
Good play from rolling, almost averaging 10 yards per carry. He's been the offense for this team. 1st and 10 here for CMU. Winkler's going to throw this across the middle. That's almost going to be picked. Yogi, is that the 3rd pass that he's almost, or 3rd interception he's almost thrown this drive alone?
Yeah, that was a tight window there. He tried to squeeze it in, but Marshall defender stepped in front. He's got to corral that pass.
Both these quarterbacks seem a little bit like loose cannon. 2nd and 10 here. They're going to throw that screen that Dave Axis loves so much.
Good blocking on it.
Gain of 6.
Sets them up with a 3rd and 4, yeah.
Good play. I don't know if Gunny's still with us. Gunny may have gone.
Oh.
That play is going to be knocked away. Marcus Newby, great deflection, and it's going to look like yet a 4th punt. Oh, no, they're coming out to go for it.
They're going for it.
Do you like this call, Yogi, here, going for it?
Yeah, otherwise they're going to kick it in the end zone, so might as well. You're only going to pick up 12, 15 yards.
And that pass is going to be caught. Zach
worked.
Thompson for 5 yards, and that's going to be a 1st down for Central Michigan.
That was a good call. After the play is successful, it's easy to say it's a good call.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Always.
1st down and 10 for Central Michigan. Winkler's going to throw it out to the right, and that's going to be caught.
Oh,
he dropped it.
How was that not caught?
That's our 2nd casualty of the rain, I think, today. And that was a back. That one hurts if you're Central Michigan, Yogi.
Yeah, look at this defensive line. It's spread out. It's set up for the run. They're passing on this drive.
They're ready for rolling, but they're passing it right now over the top. And Donnie Moons with the catch there. Winkler, 6 of 11, 92 yards and a touchdown. End of the 1st quarter, 7-7. Yogi, what's your analysis of that 1st quarter?
Both quarterbacks came out slinging it and are not doing a bad job of it. Just ran into some walls a couple times and had to punt. But this is a good drive going on by Central Michigan. We'll see if they can continue it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, it's shotgun here for Winkler. He's going to go for the option. He's going to keep it himself and break a tackle. Can he stay in bounds?
What a move. What a move.
And I think he's going to get 9 yards there. That was a great run from Henry Winkler.
Toe tap swag.
I'm looking for rolling to get the ball inside the 10-yard line.
And they continue to throw.
Throwing off your back foot, that's never what you want your quarterback to do, but it works. They get inside the 5 with Rodney Anderson. I think I agree with you, Gunny. Getting it down to rolling now and to punch it in from here on out.
That almost looked like a jump pass.
Maybe he's been watching a little Tim Tebow.
That's right.
As 1st and goal, they're going to hand it off to rolling. He's going to go touchdown. And Gunny called it. Touchdown. CMU, they're going to take a 13-7 lead here in the 2nd quarter.
That was a nice drive. Went for it on 4th down, and it paid off. Yeah.
The Central Michigan's really come out with a vengeance in this game after struggling mightily week 1. Gunny, if you're Marshall, you're right now you're losing to the worst team in the league. Do you think that's going to start getting in their mind and messing with their psyche, or do you think that they're going to take it as a challenge and really bring out the best?
I hope they use it as a challenge, because I'm pretty sure they did not want to get behind it, especially in front of the home crowd.
Never like losing at home. Marshall dropping back, and he's going to throw it deep and throw it. And it's going to be knocked away by Connor Johnson. That's his second deflection this game. Yogi, going back to what they did the first drive, they're going for that deep pass on 1st down. Seems to be kind of their MO. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm watching the Central Michigan defense, and it's almost like they've got 8 men in the box. So I think maybe Marshall saw something in the last game and are trying to capitalize on it.
Marshall did run it for 108 yards. From our booth, from upstairs, that Chippewas already outscored themselves from last week, and it's only the second quarter. So, Gunny, if you're the Chippewas, how good are you feeling right now?
I think they came into Huntington with a bit of confidence playing, coming down to West Virginia.
Not quite sure where Andy Dake was throwing that one as he threw it into the dirt.
And that line's giving him plenty of time to throw if you watch.
Yeah. Do you think they need to switch it up offensively, or just keep doing what they're doing with these deep passes and then the quick underneath?
I keep looking for them to throw a run or two in there to keep them honest, but they haven't done it. They're just pass. Barely touching the run game.
Andy Dake over 100 yards now on 10 completions. They're going to hand it off there, as Yogi was just talking about it. And Bubba Dacius with 4 yards.
That gives him, 6 for the night, yeah.
Yep, 6 yards for the night, because he had that 4 yards, then -5, then 6 more, and this pass can go over the middle. That's going to be caught.
That was a hit.
Great job by one-handed holding on to that one.
One-handed, used two-handed on that one.
Yes, he did. As 1st down and 10 now for Marshall and the Herd. Going to drop back for the pass. I don't know where he was throwing that one, Gunny, but I don't think he got to his intended guy.
No, I was thinking he's going to go to one-handed again for three consecutive passes in a row, but there was nobody even over there in the sideline.
He threw that to a cheerleader, to be honest. Oh, scramble.
Got it. Andy Dake with a nice scramble. That's a 1st down.
There's your running attack from the quarterback.
Yeah, Andy Dake had 49 yards rushing in last week's game.
Right.
That's his first rush of the game, I think, today. This is going to roll out to his right. Plenty of time throwing across the field, and that's going to be caught. That's
all day to throw.
Roger Martin, and that's inside the 5-yard line. Beautiful throw and catch there, Ray.
Yes, it was. All day to throw it.
Like you were saying, Yogi, this offensive line has given him plenty of time to pick apart this defense.
Yep.
1st and goal here for the Herd. He's going to run it himself.
It's not going to work.
Nowhere to go, and he's
couple.
Lucky to get back to the yard, to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like he squirted through and gained a couple there.
2nd and goal here for Marshall. They're going to hand it off. Nope, he's going to keep it himself, and that's a touchdown. Andy Dake. Marshall about to tie it up pending this extra point. Gunny, what did you think of that drive from the Herd?
That was all Andy Dake. He finally settled down, got a few pass plays, and a couple of key rushes by the QB.
It was a nice drive from them. Yogi, for CMU, do you think that they're going to be able to build on the success they've had so far in this game?
Yeah, the way they've been playing on offense, yeah. It looks to me like they need to, on their defense, though, they've got to back up a little bit. They're set up to stop the run, and it's not happening.
I agree with that. As this one's going to be fielded about the 5-yard line, and CMU, he's going to get tripped up from his own man, and Zach Thompson's only going to get about 21 yards on that return. Now we're going to see the Chippewas offense here that's found some new life here in Marshall, and going with the 4-wide formation to start off here. Marshall with lots of DBs He's going to throw it to the near side. That's going to be picked by Marshall. And
it's finally picked. It was bound to happen.
Well, Yogi, like you said, bound to happen. He's thrown a lot into coverage today.
Nice play, though.
Yeah, it was a really nice play. He's lucky to only have one interception so far in this game.
He is. I thought they were going to start the drive with some rolling, but they chose not to. See how the defense is all uptight? This could set up, and they're going to run.
I guess they're trying to keep it honest as Bubba Dacius looked absolutely lost in the backfield there, Gunny. He actually stopped and looked around, and he couldn't find anywhere to go.
Bubba Dacius looks like he must be a north-south. He needs to be a north-south power runner, not a east-west juke kind of scat back running back.
It looked like the hole was there early, but he didn't hit it.
Rock soft there on the reception. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here for the Herd. You're going with no backs in the backfield, 4 wide. Look for the Herd. Andy Dake, plenty of time, but he's going to start running it, and he's going to get sacked. Wasn't there, like you said, Yogi, and only 4th and 9.
He would have had to run that outside to have made that happen.
So Gunny, CMU stepping up after throwing the pick. Never mind. I spoke too soon. They're going for him 4th down.
Same situation. If they'd have punted it, they'd be punting it in the end zone and picking up 15 yards, so you might as well go for it.
Chucking into the end zone. That's going to be knocked away by Connor Johnson again.
Nice
He's been
play.
rock solid as a defender. I'm used to APF where, it comes 4th down and you don't even look. The punting unit's coming on the field. You could be inside the 20-yard line. And all of a sudden we're going for a 4th down. I love the gutsy call there.
Great coverage on the play, though.
That would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt. I don't believe the kicker had that type of leg.
I agree with you, Gunny. We haven't seen too much of his. He hasn't really kicked it too well in the kickoff, so I don't think he would have gotten that either. Throwing away on 1st down.
That was well covered, too.
Very well covered.
So I've noticed that Marshall keeps coming out in different defenses, so they're giving them different looks.
Bruce Wayne. I don't really know if I'd want to be Bruce Wayne in this game. I feel like I'd want to be a Batman personally, but pedestrian catch there, only a gain of a couple. Yogi, this game seems to be kind of rubber banding back from explosive offense to punt, no offense. Why do you think that's happening right now?
Marshall's giving them different looks with that multi setup on their offense and defense, their defensive scheme. So they're giving Central Michigan a lot of different looks. Central Michigan keeps coming out the same thing. It seems to me that it could be exploited if they keep their foot on the throttle. Marshall does.
Little stat that came across the screen. These two teams have exactly the same amount of stats, same score, same yards so far in this one, with 115, 14 points for each. As Andy Dake is going to go down for the sack. Gunny, this defensive line for CMU has been getting pressure when they need it. What do you think changed from week 1?
I don't know. Both defensive lines seem to be they might enjoy playing in the cold, rainy weather here tonight.
I don't know about you guys, but I always love playing football in the rain. It just there's something about it that just gets your blood going. Andy Dake's going to throw this one underneath, and that's going to be a gain of a couple. Rock soft.
Set up 3rd and 12. That's going to be a tough call here. 1:04 left and ticking.
Just under a minute to go in this first half. Andy Dake looking. He's going to throw across the middle again. I think that's rock soft once again. Bring up a 4th and 1. Gunny, do you go for it here, or do you punt it?
I believe they're going to punt, but CMU still has 2 timeouts left with 56 seconds left in the half.
That's right. Let's see if
you have to punt that one.
Yeah,
14-14 game. He's not really booming them, though. Neither punter is really punting it well, so that rain's affecting them more than anybody else so far.
It definitely has 1st and 10 here for CMU. Winkler's going to take the pass. He's going to throw it underneath. Winkler hasn't. What do you think of Winkler's performance so far in this one, Yogi?
He's had his moments, and then he's looked like he's been lost at the same time. So, he's up and down. But that, like I said, that Marshall's using that multi-defense, and they're giving him different looks every series. Nice pass, though.
What a dot there on the sideline to Zach Thomas. Puts them in plus territory now. Henry Winkler, you were just saying he's had his moments, and that's one of them right there. Gunny, what would you do to really help him to get more of those moments and less of the not-so-good moments?
Well, that pass right there in double coverage kind of boosted up his stats because he's already thrown the ball for, I think it was about 18 times.
That's a nice first down play there for CMU. I think I'd want another maybe 10 yards to go before I was comfortable with field goal in this rain, especially how these kickers are.
They're letting too much time tick off here.
2nd and 4, they're going to throw it deep across the middle. That's a touchdown, CMU.
It was another moment for him. Bruce
Wayne putting on the bat suit for that one, and that's going to be a CMU touchdown. Up now, 21 pending the extra point, 21-14, and CMU really looks like a completely different team than week 1.
He found a hole on that pass, that's for sure.
The extra point attempt is good.
Yeah, well, from what I've heard, that the athletic director really got on the coach's ass last week and really put him to the pedestal.
I mean, the athletic director is Dave Access. He doesn't need an excuse to do that.
No, he doesn't. He's going to do that with a 90-point blowout.
He's just the acting AD. That's what he tells everyone else, but we all know the truth.
He's acting president. You never know what he's going to act as.
He likes to act out.
Act this.
Marshall trying to get that one over the sideline.
Dangerous pass.
Gunny, do you like this idea of trying to push it down the field, or would you just kneel it and go into halftime?
I would chunk it up one more time just to see what kind of odds I have.
I would agree with you, but it looks like they're going to let it run out. Bubba Dacius. Actually, no, they took a timeout. Okay, interesting. They're going to chuck it up one more time. This should be the last play of the half. Andy Dake, plenty of time. He's going to roll out. He throws it across the middle. That's going to be caught.
Great pass. Tom's going to run out, though.
I think if they stuck with what you said, Gunny, maybe they could have gotten one more play after that. But that's going to take us to halftime. Central Michigan up 21-14 here in Marshall. Surprisingly good game. Surprising amount of offense, honestly, from these two teams that struggled week 1.
Wait a minute. Just in, Coach Justin Wade had Dave Access removed from the locker room for halftime. So just keep that in mind for the second half.
Going off that, Gunny, how do you think not having Dave Access in the locker room is going to affect this team's morale going into the second half?
That might get back to him. That might not bode well for the board of directors. Might have to get Dave Access back in the locker room.
We might be talking about an Access curse on the second half. Yogi, if you're the Herd, if you're the coach of the Herd, what are you telling your guys in halftime right now?
Too many missed opportunities is what it comes down to them. Andy looked good at times, and then he ran a series, and just too many missed opportunities. They should have had a lead here, actually, in my book.
I mean, you look at those stats. Marshall leads in the passing. Central Michigan rushing. Time possession goes to Marshall. The turnover battle goes to Marshall. Surprisingly enough, Marshall had 108 yards rushing last week, and they only have 13 on the ground this week. Gunny, do you think they're going to get the running back more involved, or are they going to keep passing?
They need to get some running. They need to get the running involved.
And like Gunny said, it has to be north-south, not east-west.
And Bubba needs to get some, like you said, north-south running. As we see CMU, only 6 rushes for them so far in this game. No surprise they like to pass it. But they're going to hand it off to Roland on this run. And he's going to shove a man down and get a gain of about 4.
I've seen a few instances where audibles would have really helped out tonight because that looked like it wasn't going to bode well for a run, and sure did. Now you should be running and not passing on this defense.
I agree with that. They're going to go with the draw play here to Roland.
They were quick to shut that down.
I think Marshall halftime pep talk to the defense is working. Keeping the play ahead of them. We'll see how they do on this passing play. It looks to be a passing play. 4 receivers wide. They're actually going for an option. And the guy's going to miss the tackle. And he's down the sideline, rolling. Is gone.
He's going to get caught. Yeah.
No, he's not gone. He's getting tackled down at the 15-yard line.
He's not gone.
He's not gone yet. And he takes him over the century mark rushing in this one, but beautiful running attack to start this one. Not something we usually expect from CMU. Gunny, do you think that they're going to keep with this running attack in the red zone?
If plays keep working like that, I would keep doing that. Keep feeding the ball, rolling. Already over 100 yards for the game.
Gonna hand it off. I think this is the backup running back they have. This is Nick Vandermullen for 7 yards. Hey, I mean, we were talking about maybe a Dave Axis curse, but maybe getting Dave Axis out of the locker room actually increased their morale. Maybe, you know. As they're going to run into the end zone for a touchdown, Nick Vandermullen takes this up to 27.
Second stringer gets in the end zone.
It's always nice to see those guys score. CMU comes out with the same amount of fire that Marshall came out with in the first half. If you're Marshall, how do you respond to this?
You have to. They're gonna have to go to the air and respond. But that's over double what they scored last week, and we're just barely into the halfway through the third quarter. So Central Michigan is a juggernaut tonight.
That was impressive by CMU. The drive before the first half ended, it was all passing, and then the second half drive in the third quarter, it's all rushing attack.
Keep them on their toes. So here we go. We'll see what Marshall does with this.
Eddie Dake with the play action. He's going to throw it deep. That's a corner route. It's going to be caught there by Trevor Andrews. 24 yards for Marshall. They're going to go with the hurry-up offense now, try to keep this momentum
And all
rolling.
day to throw again.
It's looking a little bit like that, how they started that first drive of the game.
It is.
As this is going to be a handoff to the fullback, and Andy Carlson's going to gain about 2 yards.
Are they not trusting Bubba anymore?
Maybe not. Maybe Bubba not in the coach's favor. What may it be? But I don't understand that as much. He's going to go down.
Never had a chance. No.
Never had a chance.
Wow. Either he has all day or he's got no time. Nothing in between.
Now, why do you think that is? I mean,
that was purely a missed block. The fullback just whiffed on a block. That's what that came down to.
Third and long now. Marshall 4 of 8 on third downs. I think this is a big. I think we all agree this is a big third down to stay in this one.
This is not what they wanted to see here.
He is under pressure. Throws it deep. He has a man. He is caught, and he is tackled down the 1 yard line. Bobby Galloway with the 48-yard reception. They're going to go.
Will we see Bubba here? Will we see Bubba Dacious?
I don't think
that's
it would
going
be
to be key
expected.
here.
I like the gutsy call on fourth down to just chuck it deep.
Dake take it in, or does he give it to Bubba? Dake takes it in. They've just gone away from Bubba tonight. One play behind the line of scrimmage, and they just lost favor.
I don't know what happened there, but I'm glad I'm not a running back for Marshall. Danny, what did you think of that drive?
I was impressed. A long pass set up the run by Andy Dake. I think that was his second rushing TD of the evening.
As you can see, whenever you talk bad about Dave Access, more offense happens.
Well,
so that's
he went through the block to make that tackle. That was a great special teams play there.
Going this play here, what a fantastic play. I think this was from the first half, or was this second half? I don't even remember anymore. But both these teams have had some pretty explosive plays on offense. Yogi, for CMU, they obviously have gotten a good drive passing the ball. They've gotten a good drive rushing the ball. What do you come out with now on this drive?
I think they've got Marshall confused unless they see some pattern here. But I don't know what they're going to do here, and I think Marshall's sitting in the same exact predicament. But they come out in a four-man front, three-man front. It looked like a four-man front.
Well, they're going to hand it off to Roland. And that was a great play call against that three-man front, and he's going to get 17 yards.
I think Marshall was looking for the pass there.
and they get strong. Gunny, kind
Look
of
at the
talking.
block.
What do you think of this performance by Marshall's defense?
Just like Yogi said, they're getting mixed in with the run and the pass, so they're still kind of figuring out what the plays are going to be. Right now, it's rolling.
And they were in a run defense on that one, and they went with the pass. So Central Michigan, ever since they got rid of Axis out of that locker room, they've come out showing Marshall something.
Yeah, he must have been the issue in Central Michigan.
Makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder. Sometimes you have some guy in the locker room just rubs everyone the wrong way, and sometimes that's the boost you need, and it seems to be working for them here in the second half.
It's been a rally crowd, that's for sure.
As that first time run's going to go for one, rolling, over 120 yards on today, which is crazy.
2 minutes in the third here.
It's crazy considering they only had under 50 yards rushing the first game.
Exactly.
This is going to be a play action pass now, throw it, and Gunny, I love this offense right now. You run, then stick it in the belly of the running back, pull it out for the play action, throw it. And how do you stop this offense now if you're Marshall?
You can. I mean, Rodney Anderson's been catching some balls. I mean, that was the second reception for Eagle, fly like an eagle.
Now you got Winkler taking off for the run, his second run of the game. This CMU team looks completely different than they did week one. It's really shocking. Yogi, do you think this is a credit to good offense or bad defense so far?
A lot of it is, the early season polls are kind of skewed. Everybody's guessing. So we saw a bad performance the first week, not many yards, and we come out here today and we've got a running back with over 100. The quarterback has over 200 already. So it's a different look tonight.
This is going to be a
touchdown here.
Touchdown for rolling, and that puts up CMU by 2 scores. Just like you were saying, Yogi, early season polls, they tend to be very reactionary. After this game, CMU number 1. Their
I wouldn't go that far.
I'll send you my poll.
Yeah, but after Old Dominion went down, you never know. Somebody's got to take that spot.
Hey, if it's not Colorado, it might as well be CMU.
Oh.
As this kickoff is going to go back to Marshall. Marshall's going to field it.
Oh,
he has a little bit of a crease.
Nice
he breaks
cut.
the tackle up by the 40, and he's going to be pushed out about the 39-yard line. Great return by Al. Gunny, what do you look to see on this Marshall offense drive?
Gunny thinks they're going to come out throwing with Andy Dick. That's what he told me.
Yeah, he told me that too. Gunny has a way of speaking without speaking.
That's Gunny.
He puts it into our brains. Finally, see Bubba Dacius get out of the doghouse and get a rush. 6 rushes for 11 yards. He's not been good in this game. 2nd and 9. Andy Dake is going to take the ball. He's looking across the middle. He throws it deep. And that's going to be one-on-one coverage.
You saw that coming. You saw it coming. He underthrew that ball. After that great kick return, they did nothing with it, and that was a key moment in the game. That's gonna really hurt. Loud and clear.
Heard his orders loud and clear on that play. And,
yeah,
great play. That's a hard pass to catch. You're a defensive back. You haven't been catching passes all game, and in the rain, to try to come down with that, it's harder than it looks sometimes. And
he turned at the right time. Oh, we're in a passing defense here. Watch out for rolling. No, they're passing.
They're gonna throw it
underneath.
Found the hole.
Yeah, found the hole in the defense there.
Donnie Moons with reception. CMU has all the momentum in this one. And do you see any way that Marshall can shift the tide of this game?
They got to get a stop quick. It's the only way they can. We're going to see some rolling time now, yeah.
Hand off to Roland. He gains 5 yards there.
We may see a steady diet of him now for the rest of the game.
CMU is closing in on 400 yards for the game.
And that's the end of the third.
35-21 is your score here at the end of the third quarter. CMU up top. This is the AACL, and we are the commentators, and you're listening to us. Welcome back to the game after that non-existent commercial break that we didn't get paid for. Start third quarter, starting with Andy Winkler, not Andy Winkler. I'm combining names. Under center, And he's going to hand it off to Roland.
Oh, he's just dragging people.
He just dragged him
5 yards.
5 yards there. Gunny, offensively, this offense has shown you so much. Do you think they're going to be able to carry this into next week?
They could be. I mean, this is by far a great game compared to what they did last week.
You know what? Uh-oh, we've got an injury.
Like an Eagle just
Eagle's down.
Crashed. And hopefully he's okay.
But it's looking like CMU's quarterback, that jump pass may be just in his forte, because there it was again.
Another run from the back of Nick Vandermolen on another good run. I mean, he's 3 for 32 himself.
And
it
a
doesn't
touchdown.
seem like it matters who they hand the ball off or throw it to in this game. They can do no wrong.
It's rolling time now. Then the game's on the line for Marshall. They've got to have a stop. They've got to have a turnover here.
1st and 10 here. They're going to hand it off to Vandermolen. Vandermolen's going to break a tackle, but he cannot break the third tackler. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Good play by him to get what he could out of that there.
Yeah, defense was definitely keying on the running back on that play. I look for him to fill the holes quick here.
4-3 look from the Marshall defense. They're going to hand it off to Roland. He's going to get 5 yards, bring up a 3rd and 5. Do you pass it? Do you run it? What's your play call here?
You run it. But look, Roland is smooth. I mean, it looked like he was hit at the line of scrimmage, and boom, 5 yards.
Looks like a completely different team.
Such a huge discrepancy in the running and the rushing between each team.
They're passing, though.
They're going to throw it, and he has a man wide open. That's
wide open.
41-21. They have now, after this extra point, will have doubled up on Marshall. Everything's coming off. All
Freddie's
the wheels are
getting
coming
up,
off the
turning
wagon.
the lights out.
I think he is. I think he's already turned them all out.
No, that was an Axis office. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, ever since Axis, you got booted out of the locker room, this team has just looked explosive.
They have. It worked.
Marshall takes this out in front of the 3-yard line and takes us up to about the 26, 25-yard line.
Eagles medical report came across. He's got a mild concussion and a clipped wing. We may or may not see him again tonight.
It's really a terrible news, honestly. You know, a guy like Eagle, his wings are very important to him.
And big time.
Here he had a clipped wing. I mean, my heart goes out to his family there. 2nd and 4 here for Marshall. Andy Dake's going to throw it across the middle. That's going to be complete. One-handed with the catch there. But they're going to need a lot more than that to come back.
Yeah. 6-7 yard passes aren't going to do it. But they did get the first. Stop the clock for a moment.
1st and 10 here for Andy Dake. He's going to throw it across the middle again.
Good move by Bubba.
Good effort
Been a
from
Bubba sighting.
You're going to have to throw this deep, like you said.
Yeah.
This isn't going to win you a game. You're down 21 points.
It's almost looking like they're throwing the towel in.
Andy Dake throwing it underneath, and he misses again.
Drilled that on a 2-yard pass. He drilled it.
Well, Gunny, if you're for Marshall, what positives can you take away from this game?
Andy Dake is 30 yards away from the 300-yard mark, so he's on his way to doing that, but it might be in a losing cause.
They never got a running attack established, other than a few runs by.
They did not.
Andy himself.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's a complete loss for Marshall. You got some moral victories, whatever those count for. 9 yards away from 300 yards for Andy Dake, and he's probably going to get on this play here, as he's going to throw it, and he's going to be a 2 yards shy of 300 yards. Curtis Gay on the reception there. Under 2 minutes to go here in the AACL. Too many letters. And Andy Dake's going to take this one, 2nd and 3. Under pressure, he gets hit.
Body slam. He got the pass off the incomplete pass. Somehow.
Stops the clock. Stops the clock there for Marshall. I mean, hey, miracles can happen, right? Right, guys?
That's what it's going to take at this point. Got to have 3 touchdowns.
He has a man, and he drops it.
He drops it and does a pose? Wow. No. The Marshall player did a pose at the back of the end zone.
You hate to see it. And there's 300 yards.
There he got it. Fuck it all. Got his catch.
I mean, I think that's
34 yards.
I think that's what Andy Dake's saying right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
21 points.
I got my 3 bills.
Well, he gets that
nice
one.
pass.
Nice little slant there.
319 passing yards.
Interesting note from our statistician, actually recently fired assistant athletic director Dave Access. This is Marshall's already lost 2 straight, assuming this one is not a miracle win, home games, and they only have 3 more in the rest of the season. So if you're a Marshall fan, don't come to their home games.
Yeah, and 3 of the 4 scores tonight have been Andy Dake running them in himself. So it's pretty odd, to have 319 yards passing and 3 rushing touchdowns. Here's the onside kick, and it doesn't look like it's going to bode well.
Marshall, CMU recovers that, and that's going to almost do it. Just a first down. A couple first downs will end the game here, and Marshall, good game from both sides, but CMU really ran away with this one in the second half.
Marshall has all 3 timeouts, but they need to stop rolling on 3 straight running plays.
That was one. Only picked up 2. Here comes the second one.
Only picked up 3 there. Now, they're keying in on the run. Do you try to throw maybe an RPO and throw it over the top on a quick slant?
No, but they're going to. Oh! He got lucky. He got that ball off, but it stops the clock and saves the timeout.
Henry Winkler is down. His knee's hurt.
He looked like he was grabbing his right knee.
And they're going on 4th and 5 up. Okay, they sealed the game right there.
Wow.
Gutsy call with the backup quarterback.
Wow, that was a gutsy call. Backup quarterback. While Winkler sits over there with Eagle on the sidelines, they throw the backup quarterback 4th and 5, and they pick it up. That's Winkler crazy.
I think Winkler just didn't want the negative yards with the Needles to go against his stat line, so he faked an injury.
Wow.
Joe Downing comes in cold and completes a 4th down pass play to seal the victory.
That's gutsy. Would they have called that call if Access had been up in the box?
That's a good question, honestly. I think, sometimes just a change of personnel changes the culture of a team.
Sure looked like it tonight.
42-28 is your final here. CMU with their first victory of the year. Great play. Rolling is your player of the game. 17 carries, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns. CMU had a lot to be proud of in this game, Yogi. What was your favorite part of the CMU offense tonight?
I think it was when they threw Access out of the locker room. Was the turning point of the game for me. I mean, they had scored 21 points, but it seemed like they were more upbeat in the second half. I think going for it on 4th and 5 with a backup quarterback was just wow. That was just the coach just saying, "Look, I run this team." And Roland had a great game. I think the entire offense, I think Winkler was reading some coverage as well. I think they came out, even though Marshall was throwing in different looks on defense, I think they just kept them off stride all night long.
And Gunny, what were your final thoughts on the game tonight?
I'm still wondering who is Dave Access. I'm wondering if he's that Bruce Wayne or Peter Parker or George Reeves. I'm not sure which player he is.
Rolling, probably.
I think, honestly, it's Dave. He's probably dressed up as Winkler. I mean, the Winkler had the diva moment of getting injured just so he can not have the negative yards on his stat card. I think that must have been Dave.
It's almost like Axis.
Yeah, Dave could probably be in it, sitting right now in a leather jacket on the back of his motorcycle, so going, "Hey."
I think you have that one nailed right there. Total yards, both these teams over 500 yards, which is very impressive for both these teams after what they did week one. Going through these stats,
I got a correction. I got one correction to that. Dave Axis would not be saying "Hey." Dave Axis would be saying "Hey yo."
Well, I couldn't have said it better than that. Third down percentages, 42 to 54. Marshall won that, but it didn't seem to matter because Central Michigan just got those on fourth down anyways.
They just didn't get the third down a lot. They only had 7 third downs total for the game. So they were doing their damage on first and second down all night.
Andy Dake did what he could, but his team, I mean, you look at these stats, Andy Dake only 63% passing. You got to be better than that when you don't.
Here's the tell of the game coming right here when we get to the rushing. Here we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. 0.2, 1.8, and 2.0. That's not going to cut it in any league.
Yeah, rushing was 270 for CMU and 115 for Marshall, but each of them scored 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, Dake did did that for Marshall.
Yeah.
Jay Moore allowing 3 sacks. Get him off the team. Yeah, I think that's you're right, Kenny. That stat right there really sums up this game. The rushing attacks from these two teams, or lack thereof, was the nail in the coffin for the Marshalls and was the coup de grace for the CMU.
Yeah, Marshall's just got to be looking forward to going on the road, see if they can play any better.
Maybe they're home fans. Maybe they got some toxic fans. It's really bringing them down. I mean, we look at CMU, they get Access out of there and it starts playing well. Maybe Marshall needs to get their fans out of there, and that's the only way they'll start playing well. I mean, because they're 0-2 at home now.
Maybe Bo Martin Jr. needs to go.
Fire everybody.
That's what Access would do. Why not? That's the man. Rolling. 153 on 17 carries. What a game.
What a name, too. I just love saying it.
Yeah.
That must have been the previous athletic director who created that name.
Gotta be.
CMU got to feel good after this game. I mean, week one they struggled mightily, and now they come out with a convincing win. It's good to see them having some life on offense.
Well, you know one thing that stuck out to me now that the game is over. We talked offense all night. There was nobody really just stood out on defense. I mean, there were some decent performances, 6 tackles, 7 tackles, but there was really nobody that really jumped out at you on defense. It was the offensive players or lack of offense when it came down to Marshall's running that stood out.
Yeah, that's exactly true. As we're going to go see finally the post-game show here and see who the players of the games are. Obviously, Rollins going to be on that.
Definitely.
I'd be shocked if he isn't. As you see, first downs went to Marshall, rushing yards went to Central Michigan. Again, no surprise. Central Michigan had more first downs than Marshall had rushing yards. It's insane. Passing yards went to Marshall, but didn't matter too much. Both teams turned it over once, and time of possession went to CMU slightly.
And Central Michigan had 43 yards rushing last week, and they come back with 210 this week. That's impressive.
What a way to respond. Players of your game for the Herd. You got Andy Dake, quarterback, and Steve Schmidt, cornerback for CMU. Rolling. No surprise, and loud and clear. The cornerback, I like that as a defensive player of the game for CMU. He had that good pick there. Great game from both these teams tonight, and I am excited to see what these two teams do next week, especially Marshall on the road.
Yeah, I agree. It was a pleasure doing the game with you, Coach Ives.
Well, I mean, pleasure doing the game with you guys. As Access would say, everyone's getting fired except for him.
Well,
sure.
from what I'm hearing, D's Nuts is looking to throw somebody out of a locker room next week.
I mean, Axis, I hear he's game for it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for doing the game with me, Gunny and Yogi, and have a good night. Oh yeah, and we'll kick it back to Dave. I mean, we were trying to save you from this, but he wants to talk anyway, so.
He can't wait.
You guys are fucking terrible. Anyway, hey, good call, you guys. Appreciate you three. Ives, Yogi, Gunny. That was a great call. Very entertaining game, both on the field and from the booth. And just for the record, the Chippewas didn't score any more points without me than they did with me. So there's that. Everybody, we're about to wrap this shindig up. These were games 5 through 8, night number 2 of week number 2 in the All-American Coaching League. Syracuse losing to East Carolina earlier in a very close game. Louisiana Tech squeaking by Air Force. Washington State with a semi-blowout. It was only 11 points. It just felt like it was more than that, beating Iowa State 21-10. And, of course, you just saw the Chippewas, under the amazing leadership of athletic director Dave Axis, blow out Marshall on the road and even their record up at 1-1. Tomorrow night is our third and final night of week 2 as we get ready to take about a week and a half off over the Thanksgiving break. That's why we're kind of rushing these through 4 at a time instead of 3 at a time like we normally would do. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern, the number 2 team in the nation, Central Florida, if they win, sounds like they will probably be the number 1 team with Old Dominion going down last night. They will be traveling to Indiana, who was pretty impressive themselves last week. We also have Minnesota at Colorado. That's a little bit of a rivalry if you know the athletic directors and coaches there. Cincinnati traveling to Georgia State. And the very last game of the night and of week 2, SMU traveling to Wyoming. So with 4 exciting games tomorrow night, lots on the line as we wrap up week 2 tomorrow night before we take the Thanksgiving break. After that, it's just bam, 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 week after week, Monday through Thursday, 3 games a night for the rest of the season. We have 10 weeks, then we have playoffs, bowl games, and the championship game. So we will wrap things up at the end of January. That being said, thank you to all the broadcasters tonight. Coach Ives here, Willie B. Hardigan, and Clintoris, whatever the fuck his name is. Gunny and Freddie for being on. Yogi for being on. Penis Slaughter as well. Appreciate everybody coming in and giving up their time to do some of these broadcasts, and as well as everybody watching the games and in the chat. Appreciate all of you as well. We will see you back here a little less than 48 hours tomorrow night as we kick off the last night of week 2. 4 more games, 8 p.m. Eastern right here on Twitch. We'll see you then. Good night now.